AEW legends Jerry Lynn and Mikey Whipwreck. Now, let's welcome your host, Mike Freeland.
All right, welcome to another Tuesday night. It is Front Row Material. My name is Mike Freeland. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. Hopefully your Tuesday is going well. It has been a very exciting week, I would say, in the world of wrestling. We're going to be talking all about that. We're going to be discussing the Royal Rumble, the return of Ronda Rousey, Jeff Hardy, what's going on with his situation, a failed apology to Jeff Hardy as well by WWE. What's the deal with Shane McMahon still getting a push at this age? And what's going to be happening with this Danhausen guy who just recently appeared on AEW Dynamite? So many things are going on right now. We got a lot of speculation on who's going to be a free agent. I think that'll be interesting to get into. Scarlett Bordeaux is also going to be a free agent. And Keith Lee actually becomes a free agent as of tomorrow night. Very interesting. Tony Khan has teased that there are going to be some new additions to the company. Might that be it? Killer Cross, Scarlett Bordeaux? Could it be Keith Lee? Could it be Johnny Gargano? Could it be somebody else that we're not expecting? Who knows? What effect will that have on the AEW roster? What effect will that have on the programming? We're just going to have to wait and find out. There's so many things that are going on. We're so excited. So before we go any further, I do want to mention this. Please, by all means, go on and follow us here on Twitch. All you got to do is hit that follow button. Also, like us on YouTube as well. We have all of our videos posted from our interviews. Great interviews with so many different people. Go ahead and watch those, like those, comment on those, and share those with friends of yours who may be wrestling fans as well. We are always looking to expand our audience and get more people involved in the conversation. We're always supporting independent wrestlers, and that's why tonight, I don't know if you can see this, I'm wearing my Moondog Greg Murray shirt. And contact Moondog. You can DM him for all the information on his merchandise as well. If you follow him on Twitter, you can see that he has had a pretty big last couple of weeks. A lot of things going on with Greg, and I'm supporting his merchandise as well. So go ahead and get that as well. Go ahead and support MWO, Mike World Order, good friend of ours. Support his merchandise, support his podcast as well. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much all of my intro for right now. So let's go ahead and let's start bringing everybody in for the show tonight. The first person is going to be our good friend north of the border. He is the bright side of things. He might not say that about himself, but he is the lighter side of society. Good, close, personal, longtime friend. He's a man's man. And I have some things I want to talk to him about that are not wrestling related, but it is about being a man. And let's bring him in here. It is the Butt. What's going on, buddy?
This is it, gentlemen. Just living life. Another good day. I'm on the right side of the grass. Got to play in my wood shop, make some toy cars for a little bit before you got a hold of me. Things are good.
That's good.
And Freeland, at your age, before you ask me, it's not getting any bigger.
I love it.
It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you.
It is what it is. You know what? Sometimes you just got to look at yourself and say, you know what? It is what it is. And then you have to throw a, oh, yeah, on the end of it.
Just trim the grass around the tree. It'll make it look bigger.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Love it. I want to share this with you, and I want to talk to you about this because you are somebody who I would say is the quintessential outdoorsman with hunting, boating, fishing, all things manly. So I was watching this and I thought it was fascinating. There's a man who's I want to say he's in Canada, and he spent a year out in the woods all by himself. And he has like a bush pack that he built for him and all this other kind of stuff and trapping and whatnot. If I had to put money on anybody being able to survive out there with just a backpack of stuff, their knowledge and their will, it would be you. What's your thoughts on something like that?
I'd give it a ride. Why not? I mean, where was he? Do you know what province?
I don't, but I'm going to send and I'm going to post the videos to his channel because I'm telling you, it is absolutely fascinating. So interesting to see somebody survive in the woods for a full year on their own. He did not have any, I think he said he had some beef jerky, some ramen noodles, and he had to boil his own water. He had to make his own tent, whatnot. He was showing how he made fire, which was very interesting. He made this little wooden device. I don't know what it was, out of birch, he said, and it had like a hole in it where he would do the spinning of the thing, but then there was something else. And he put a leaf underneath it. I guess that's where the ember got generated. And man, this guy blew me away how much he knew just about how to survive.
Nice. I mean, here we have Cub Scouts. I'm not sure what you guys have down there. Eagle Scouts, I think it's called, or something like that. And I know growing up, I did that. Obviously, I'm from the sticks anyhow. So, and it was fantastic. No, like the stuff that they taught you was legit real life stuff. Like, if you're, heaven forbid, you're stuck out in the woods somewhere. I mean, like, yourself, I hunt a fair bit. I've gotten crossed up out hunting before and not quite sure where I was. It took me a little bit to get my bearing about me. Now, albeit I carry gear with me, like I have matches and whatnot, and obviously I have a firearm with me when I go out. So I mean, I could venture for food. Heaven forbid I ever got crossed up real bad. That's never happened, thankfully. But I mean, we learn little things like that, or let me rephrase that. I learned little things like that growing up. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's just living.
Yeah, it's funny because when not watching wrestling stuff, I always try to educate myself. I always try to watch other informational types of things, documentaries and whatnot. And I love watching like survivalist shows. What was the name of that show? Was it the Bush People, or oh my gosh, they literally
Alaskan Bush People.
I don't know how much of that's just shtick and how much of it is just truly television, but there is something to be said. There is an attractive element about just living out there in God's country and not worrying about all this other stuff.
There's something I enjoy about, like, if my wife and I have venison for dinner. Well, that's literally farm to table, well, field to table, but it was me that harvested that.
Yes.
And I did the butchering of that, like the whole shooting match. Like, from the start, it was going through the field. I harvested it. I dressed it. I did the whole shooting match. Now it's on our table. There's something about that makes you feel good. It makes me feel good about myself, because, it's a self-sufficient thing. And don't take it as I'm one of those guys, hey, live off the grid, we don't need society. I don't mean that, but it just makes you feel good. Makes me feel good anyhow.
No, I'm with you 100%. And I don't know if it's just the older I get, the more I can appreciate these kinds of things, because I unfortunately did not, like you, I was not raised upon, being outside and being self-sufficient and a Swiss Army knife and how to fend for yourself, God forbid something were to happen. So it's like now I'm kind of going through that phase where I can actually really appreciate things and understand that if you're in a situation, you know what, you can get yourself out of that situation if you know what to do, or you can at least survive until help is able to get a hold of you.
Well, get up here this summer. If you can cross the border, I'll take you camping with me for a week.
I would absolutely love to. Megan and I are talking about going to Maine. Was one of our areas we were talking about wanting to go. And we definitely want to cross the border and enter the beautiful country of Canada, because I've never gotten the opportunity to. And once again, I think it's one of the most beautiful areas in North America. And I've always wanted to see it. So I might have to take you up on that. We're still planning our big get together in Montreal, right? Is it going to be Montreal?
Hey, I'll go. Let me know. Montreal's 2.5 hours from me. That's actually where my wife is from. So
nice. Yeah. Now, is she French?
No, she's English.
She's English. Okay, very.
She swears at me in French sometimes.
Speaking of French, The French Canadian PCO, who's going to be on the show actually in a couple of weeks. He and I have been chatting back and forth via DM and whatnot. Very, very nice man. Great father. Has really transcended wrestling. And I saw that his picture was up with the Quebecers when he was tag team gold. And he commented on social media today. He said, you know what? I'm no longer, the French Canadian or the Mounties partner. I am the Frankenstein. I am the Canadian monster. Let me ask you this question. From seeing his career early on, how would you say, or what would you say is the best version of PCO that you've seen?
That's a good one. Probably the PCO now, the Frankenstein, because it's so different.
It
Not
is.
that he wasn't solid before, but it's out there now. Like his character it's out there. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's very enjoyable. It's just different. It's not, I don't know if anybody else is doing that gimmick. I'm sure there is, but I don't know of anybody. I probably enjoy this. I seen him live a couple of years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was fantastic in the little hick-ass town, Napanee. It was actually where the event was in a there used to be a hockey arena. Now they just use it for cattle shows and whatnot. Like it is
Nice.
legit Hickville. And he was there. It was actually Tommy Dreamer's event. It was the House of Hardcore, and he can still go. This was a couple of years ago, and PCO is no spring chicken.
No,
he can still go.
He can still go. He's still taking huge risks. He was at the recent GCW show, which happened in the Hammerstein Ballroom, which we know Liam Savage definitely paid full price for the pay-per-view. And I got a text from Liam before the main event happened, and he said, man, I cannot believe Nick Gage is not on this show. I'm a little disappointed. So he was very disappointed. But you know what? Can't have your cake and eat it too. But let's bring him in right now. He's joining us right now. He's the other side of Canada. He is, how would you describe him? How would you describe your fellow Canadian if you had to choose one word, but what would you describe Liam with?
All right.
We're going to go with Mr. All Right. Let's bring him in here. He's also going to be going today by the name of Steve from accounting. So Steve, Liam, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm living, I guess.
Well, so are you an outdoorsman? A big, Do you
No.
think you could? Do you think you could survive if Butt and I went on a camping trip? Would you join us?
No.
Not a chance.
No.
I'm telling you, man.
Fuck no.
You got. If you're in the chat right now, let us know if you would go on a camping trip. All you would take is, let's say, a big backpack, maybe a sleeping bag, a tarp, maybe a couple of traps. Do you do trapping as well, Butt? Let's.
No, I've never. I have a license for it. I've just never done it.
Okay. Well, this guy that I'm telling you guys about, he has these great survival videos, and he does trapping as well. I was just telling Butt that I'm getting really into this living in the wilderness thing, and there's a video of this guy who chooses to live alone for a year. And, well, I should say he was like an Army Ranger, former military guy. So he knows a lot of the things that, are going to keep him alive, but it is still absolutely fascinating. ECW said, if things get bad, Butt will sacrifice Freeland. Hey, you know what? I'll take one for the team. If that's what needs to happen,
It'll be quick, Freeland. Don't worry.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I will tell you this as an inside joke. You can make a lot of soap off of me. Yes, you will be very wealthy for a very long time. I was telling people at the top of the show that so many different things have been happening so far in the last week of wrestling. It is, in some ways, it's one of the most exciting weeks that we've had in a long time. And then on the flip side, I think you could also argue it's one of the more quieter weeks in wrestling as well, coming off the heels of the big Hammerstein Ballroom show with GCW. Jeff Jarrett, once again, endorsing GCW. A lot of people are still pro GCW. Let me ask you both this question. I'm going to go to Liam first on this. Do you think there's any chance the GCW could surpass AEW in popularity?
No, God, no. Not even close.
Are you high?
I'm just asking the question
No.
because there are people out there that legitimately believe that GCW could be a very viable company. Do you think GCW would be more successful than Impact?
No. No, it's too niche. There's no way.
Yeah.
You'd have to assume that they could tone down certain things or have more talented people on their roster. Probably not going to happen.
So if there was any GCW show that came to Canada and you got
No.
comp tickets for front row,
No.
in me and Butt
No.
we're gonna go, would you join us?
No.
Oh, come on. One show.
No.
One
fuck that.
GC Dub show.
No.
But free comp tickets, you and I going out to dinner afterward. Would you go to the show for the hell of it?
Oh yeah, I'd go. Absolutely, I'd go. They're never gonna be anything. They're a small step above CZW and what's the Rottens promotion?
IWA.
IWA
Mid-South,
Mid-South. They're a small step above them. They can probably make a little bit of a go out of it. They're never going to be of any significant value. They are too niche. It's a very small window they have. They're good at what they do. I wouldn't say it's necessarily my cup of tea. I'd go see it for shits and giggles, but they'll never compete.
So, Liam, let me ask you this question. How did we even get into the whole extreme light tubes and whatnot? Because I don't think it necessarily originated in North America. I don't believe it did. Was that more of a Japanese style thing from the extreme level before we got to the ECW stuff? Because I don't think it necessarily started. In ECW, even itself did not do planes of glass and light tubes and all that kind of stuff. So where did all that really start to? What was the genesis of that?
To my knowledge, FMW, IWA in Japan, that kind of thing. Big Japan, that was another one. It's something that seemed to originate there because I don't remember any of this stuff ever happening before Japan in North America, and it's weird because it's like Japan has probably some of the best wrestling in the world, but then they have some of the fucking stupidest shit you've ever seen. So, it's like polar opposites sometimes. So it just, and then they brought it over here. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate that.
Speaking of Japanese wrestling, I've watched a lot of Japanese wrestling. And am I saying this right? Was it Mr. Togo, who's the real bloody cut up guy? He always Pogo.
Yeah.
I've watched some of his stuff, and I think the Butt kind of touched upon it on an earlier episode. It's gratuitous violence, and I don't really seem to see a story being told. Would you agree with that? It's more of a shock and awe type of thing.
Yeah, he's like the Japanese Nick Gage, basically. So no talent at all. So yeah.
Would that be a theoretically a dream match for the people who enjoy that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it'd be good if they both hit each other's jugular at the same time and bled out. That'd be fucking great.
I can't.
Can't
Hobo,
what?
was he the guy that used the cordless drill on people? Was that guy?
No, he had some big sickle or something and had face paint on, some stupid look.
I remember watching one guy used to take a cordless drill right to the forehead. Like, really?
Wow. I remember for me, Japanese wrestling, the craziest I thought it was Leatherface, and that's incredibly tame. I thought
that's American too.
He's got this is true. It is.
Well, was.
What? Correct. He had passed off. But I thought that the chainsaw thing was crazy, but then I stopped and I said, don't be an idiot. There's no chain on that. So I thought he was just, get close, but not too close, but that'd be too risky.
You ever run a chainsaw, Freeland?
I have not.
No, you don't piss around with a chainsaw, man. No. That's you're torn up, period. There's no you don't get an ouchie like it's something that's torn apart. No, I've had one bounce on me before running it. and it scared the ever loving shit out of me. And I've run a chainsaw many, many times.
Wow.
And no, you don't play with that.
Let me throw this to you as well, Liam. And I'm trying to see how I could phrase this. Japan, certain promotions, and I don't know if it was necessarily DDT or not, but they have some very, very sexual innuendos or whatnot sometimes that happen in the ring. Was that DDT or was that another promotion that tends to push that envelope pretty far?
Pretty sure it's DDT. They were the ones that had Kenny Omega sticking his hand in someone's ass or something. That bullshit. Not even joking either. That actually happened.
I'm not denying. I need to get myself more up to date on the Japanese stuff.
And a new favorite. Yeah.
If anybody has seen any matches that you think are just holy shit, please definitely go ahead and DM us the link to the YouTube, because I'm always interested to seeing how far will certain wrestling promotions take it. You know, we've talked about WWE and Katie Vick and Kai and Tai and Choppy PP and the Hose and Val Venus and Stephanie being drugged by Triple H in the drive-through. The wedding thing was wrong as all get out. But let's be honest here, that's not the only promotion that's done some pretty intense off-the-wall stuff, and they're not the first ones either. And clearly, there's still companies out there that are doing some things that are very questionable. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. And they're always going to want to push the envelope, which is fine to an extent. But I mean, like the Choppy PP, that was funny. You know, it's dumb, but it was funny. You can get a chuckle out of that.
Sure. But
the Katie Vick and Triple H Roofy and Stephanie McMahon, come on, that's
too far.
That's a bit much. And I'm not Mike Freeland, so I don't hate WWE, but even I think that stuff is too much.
First of all, I have no hate in my heart when it comes to wrestling in particular. I don't.
You're so full of shit.
I don't hate. I may not exactly see eye to eye, but no, I have no hatred towards any necessary promotion.
Freeland,
I'm an equal opportunity wrestling lover.
If Vince gave you a sack full of $100 bills, you would piss and moan that it was too heavy to carry and say something like, well, Tony Khan would have just gave me a check.
I'm not saying. Once again, I am not pro Tony Khan, anti Vincent Kennedy. I am just saying that there's a lot of things that I don't necessarily like, and there's been a lot of people. Let's talk about that for a second. The resentment right now with people in WWE. A lot of people have gotten phone calls, or who had come out and said they'd gotten phone calls about being in the Royal Rumble matches, and they declined. Specifically, several female wrestlers had gotten phone calls and declined as well. Do you feel like wrestlers today, this kind of be our first thing we talk about, wrestlers today are more apt to say no to WWE than they might have been in years or decades past?
They have a few more options right now, but there's still only so far you can go. If you're talking about, Nia Jax,
she was one of them.
Well, she just got fired. Of course, she's going to tell them to fuck off. I believe that's what the report was. She told him to fuck off.
She did. That was the exact words, yeah.
Well, you're probably bitter. You just got fired. So I don't blame that. And the other one that I heard about was Hardy.
Yeah, Jeff as well.
You know, some of the stuff that's coming out, now, is it true? I don't know. I wasn't there for it all. Some of the reports coming out are saying he might not have got done right in the end. So, yeah, you can't blame him for telling you to pound sand. But if you're somebody who left on good terms and they call you up, right, like you're Molly Holly or Ivory or people like that, why would you not? It's a payday. Get your name out there a little bit.
Free publicity.
Right. So, no, it's more of the ones that are saying no, I think it's probably more of a personal thing than anything else. If you just got fired and your boss calls you, hey, you want to come back for a one-off? Nah, I don't think so. I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what the whole future is as far as what their long-term plans are. I mean, we see that they are trying to take Braun Breaker, and they're trying to obviously make him something that's going to at some point come to the main roster, right? But there was a report that recently came out that Vince and Bruce Pritchard are also thinking about sending more Raw and SmackDown guys down to NXT to try to make that a legitimate, more of a viable third brand than a stepping stone, meaning, hey, here are these guys, but these guys are just here to potentially work to get to the main roster, because next in line, obviously, is going to be something that may phase itself into a newer version of NXT. Have either one of you guys heard anything like that?
No,
They've already done
I
it.
had not heard that.
They've already done it. Like, they tried to make it a third brand. It didn't work because it should never have been that. It's always developmental. It never should have been a third brand. They just got lucky with some of the people they signed and did actually have the ability to be a third brand, but it was just short-sighted because it kind of took away what it was designed to be, which, like I said, developmental, make sure you're training everybody properly. But when they had the ability to sign all these big stars, they had to put them somewhere, and they had to boost that up. So put them in NXT, and then next thing you know, it's like they're trying to compete with AEW, and it's a lot of people still looked at them as just a lower tier brand and not someone that's going to be competing with a major organization like AEW. So why would you think they would ever, win on a major level as far as ratings go or anything? It's already been done,
Well, there's several reports coming out right now through different wrestling websites, depending on what you choose to believe or not. But they are talking about Vince and Bruce are thinking about using AJ Styles a lot more in NXT. Finn Balor being utilized a lot more in the NXT brand as well, and maybe doing a little bit more of a realignment as far as the rosters that are with SmackDown and Raw, and pushing a little bit more people down to NXT as well. Maybe giving Braun Breaker and some of those other stars down there, or future stars, an opportunity to work with some more established talent. Would you think that would be at least a good idea?
It's okay if it's once every little bit, but I don't want to see it all the time.
Right.
They kind of did that when NXT started. Like, I think CM Punk was on a episode, and John Cena, and people like that, Natalia. So it was good in that sense that they were like bringing in the odd, top tier talent to help out the smaller talent, right? But I mean, they need to keep their eyes on what they're doing right now, which I think it's good that they did the reset, because it wasn't working. It was stale. It was, and that's coming from me being like, a really big NXT fan when they were at their peak, but it had gone past what it was supposed to be. So just do it every once in a while. Have someone big come to the third brand for a bit. Kind of help the guys out, and don't make it a long-term thing.
But what's your take on that?
It's pretty accurate what he said. You definitely do need to get your NXT talent, who you deem is going to be your next people, a little more exposure on the main roster. The only problem is whenever they bring somebody up to the main roster, that generally doesn't pan out well, unfortunately. So maybe if you try the other route to bring some talent down from SmackDown or Raw to give the NXT talent a rub, can't hurt to try, but I don't know if I want to see it all the time. At a certain point, then it's irrelevant. It's just another show. But they need to leave it. Jesus, I can't talk. Need to leave it as developmental, and just have it that way. It's like your minor league hockey or your minor league baseball or whatever. Have it that way and feed people up, but you have to actually bring them up and give them a go, like they do in professional sports. Not bring them up and whatever, just bury them, use them poorly, and send them kicking stones down the road.
Let's go ahead and bring somebody in who doesn't kick stones down the road, and somebody who is a very, very, very important aspect of the show. Let's go ahead and let's welcome him back. Anton, my goodness, buddy. It has been forever in a day, and he is back in the saddle again. It is good to see your smiling face, my friend. How you been?
Fuck.
Cool.
Your
Yeah,
hair
like,
looks hair looks great. The beard looks good. I tell you what.
So I gave something new a try the other day. Used a straight razor for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, and that's how I got the shave actually.
It
Very
looks
interesting.
it looks good. I like it, by the way. Good look.
Thank you. Yeah, I didn't kill myself obviously, which is great considering it's called Black Widow. So that's grand.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Hey, also, don't you love that I'm the opposite of a cartoon character? I almost never look the same 2 weeks in a row.
This is true. This is very, very true.
So
This
good
is
to see
very
you
true.
fuckers. Nice to see my Canadians. Nice to see my other fellow American. Hello, group chat. Missed all you guys.
It has been a while. I do
Yeah.
want to let everybody know the Ritster is not going to be joining us. He is under the weather right now. There's a lot of stuff going around, stomach issues, bugs, colds, head colds. The man works like a fiend, works hard, and he's always running around. So he's not feeling too great. I told him to go ahead and get some rest, take the night off, and we will hold the fort down. But the Ritster, we're thinking about you. We love you. We hope you feel better, and enjoy the shit show that's about to unfold between now and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if we even make it that far. But the thing that we're kind of talking about right now is WWE was talking about this, Anton, about how they were going to start sending down some guys from the main rosters down to NXT to try to spruce it up a little bit. Now, the Bud and Liam have basically said, hey, you know what? Every once in a while, for a one-off, if you want to bring somebody in, great. However, do you think that they really do need to start packing a little bit more punch into their shows? And unfortunately, there's just not enough guys and gals down there that can make the ratings.
Pretty much at this point, because everyone they've built their show around for the last 5, 6, 7 years, how many of them are actually there? Which is almost next to no one. The people they do move up, they typically shit on. And Liam's right. They did used to send people down. I remember the Cena and Enzo shit that, like before it ever made it to TV, they were just dicking off and having fun there. It's the way to get the rub and start small shit to see how it can actually work. Just again, don't do it all the fucking time. Don't rely on that as, hey, let's, hot shot. Let's do this just so people fucking give a shit. Don't do that. Leave that be.
But you don't want your talent staying down there for 5, 6, or 7 years. That's the point of developmental.
Yes.
Develop, bring them up to the main roster. You don't just keep them in the minors.
Yeah, no. Fucking, I think it should be like
forever. That's pointless.
Oh yeah, it should be like an associate's degree essentially, 2.5 years, and then move on, throw their ass on the road, and if they can't hack it, they can't hack it. Next, bitch.
Well, and that brings up a really good point, you guys. I mean, but how many people have we seen 2.5 years in have actually made the conversion or made the jump to either a SmackDown or Raw and actually have found a sustained level of success? I don't think we've really seen very many people. We've seen they've brought them up. They brought Tommaso Ciampa up, and they brought Johnny Gargano up, and they brought Kyle O'Reilly up, and they did a lot of different things, but it never really stuck. It never really worked. So that's why they always ended up going back. And then it turned into a situation where there was almost a mutiny where people were like, well, I don't want to go to the main roster. I want to stay to where I'm familiar with and comfortable with. We are drawing a good crowd. People do know who we are, and we're not getting lost in the shuffle. So do you think there's some level of mentality of NXT people want to stay NXT people, or do you think that might have just been the contingent core at that time that felt that way? Liam, what's your take?
I guess it became kind of trendy at some point to kind of go that narrative from a lot of them, just like, oh, I saw this person get fucked around. I saw this person get fucked around. I don't want to have the same thing happen. I'm happy here. It's a family, all that kind of stuff. But it's not always terrible because, I mean, we can look at some recent examples. You got Shinsuke Nakamura. You got Matt Riddle. You got Baron Corbin. They've all done well. Fuck, even what's his name, Madcap Moss, the Riddick Moss guy. He was in NXT too, and he's doing better than he should be right now. I mean, not the best example, but just off the top of my head, I mean, it's not always doom and gloom, but a lot of people just they just want to turn to that because they can't think for themselves, and they're just like, oh yeah, everybody else hates them too. I guess I should as well. Boo, they suck. Fuck you, Vince. That kind of thing.
Well, I mean,
Come
think about this though. But think about this though. Shinsuke Nakamura was not really what I would consider developmental at the time he came over.
No.
He was well established. What was the other name? You had Matt Riddle had already been established before in several different promotions. He did some stuff in PWG. He did some stuff, I want to say, with Black Label Pro. He did some stuff with other places. Yes, it was more indie related, but he still at least was trained and had several years of experience under his belt before he actually showed up in WWE. A lot of these new people are literally walking into the training center, being trained and having their first pro wrestling matches within the confines of WWE. So I think that's something to take into consideration too.
Well, Omos as well. He's another one. He just had the tag title with AJ Styles not too long ago. That's another good example. You know?
It is. Omos is though a very unique situation. Let me throw this to you, Anton. Omos, you almost have to do something with Omos. Wouldn't you agree? Even if he's the shits, you still have to because he's huge.
It's Kali. It's the Kali syndrome thing. It's him. It's the dude from the Oddities, Golga, I do believe is his name. Or
Kurgan.
Kurgan.
There we go. Golga's fucking Earthquake. There we go. That's why I'm fucking that up. That's why I'm fucking that up. It's just one of those things. It's an attraction thing. Sid Vicious, Mabel, Viscera, Big Daddy V, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Sometimes that's just a given. But on the note of the actual developmental and people who went from nothing to wrestling and actually doing something, Baron Corbin, he was a football player. He grew up liking wrestling slightly, but he didn't do indie shit. He went from football to NXT, and now look at him. Did that, hey, in a pretty good time frame. So I'm gonna golf clap that real quick.
I would agree.
Yeah, on the note, because that's what we're here for. This is what we're here to dissect, discuss, etc. Just thought of that, and I hadn't. So I'm gonna golf clap him real quick because good job, good job. I typically don't like outsiders in wrestling because I don't like it, don't respect it, etc. That's why I don't like Ronda. Yeah, it's all a payday. That's fine. Fuck, look at Brock Lesnar.
He doesn't like wrestling at all.
Yeah, he does not. One of the best pro wrestlers ever doesn't give a flying fuck. But you know what? He gets it though. He gets it. So one hand shit in the other.
But I know you want to jump in on this one. What's your take?
No, I'm just thinking with the developmental, a lot of the guys need to realize they're going from being a big fish in a small pond to a small fish in a big pond, and you have to earn your way up. It's unrealistic, I think, for somebody to expect to be a big deal in NXT to come up to the main roster and be at the top of the heap. That, unfortunately, is where some people, I think, get lost. You can't just expect to walk in like, hey, I'm kind of a big deal in NXT, therefore now I'm kind of a big deal on Raw. That's not always going to be the case. Now, a lot of them have been used very poorly too, so I'm not defending that. But that's the argument. A lot of people say, oh, well, so-and-so was huge in NXT and they did nothing in Raw or SmackDown or whatever. Well, a lot of them don't generally last that long, and there's a lot of pissing and moaning. You have more competition. You're going to a bigger field. You can't expect to just walk in and be at the top of the heap right off the hop. That's nonsense.
I would agree 100%. There's a couple names I think we might have forgotten. The Wyatt family originated in NXT, and they
turned out okay.
And they did. And I don't want to act like I'm just hitting on all the people that didn't succeed, because you have to give credit where credit is due. Enzo and Cass, they got over big time for their short-lived run that they had. So they did really well. I guess the problem I have is, and I want you to jump on this. I'm going to go to Liam on this one. Why is it if somebody gets over in NXT that there is this mindset that they need to be rejuvenated or repackaged or whatever by the time they come up to the main roster, wouldn't you just creatively say, you know what? Hey, it works here. It's going to work here.
You would, but at one point it was two different teams, right? We still don't know exactly what's going on in NXT. Everybody thinks like, they've strung up Triple H by the balls and they're not even like giving him a fucking bowl of water to drink out of, but who knows, right? But before, you had Regal and Triple H, and it was like, okay, they're kind of molding everything, HBK, guys like that, and then they had their own vision when they get sent up. Well, you got Vince there, and you got Pritchard, and
Kevin Dunn.
yeah, Bucky Beaver there, Kevin Dunn.
God damn it! God damn
So
it!
So it's so that's the problem. Is it's two different teams, both have different visions basically. Unless they see someone has a really good potential, and then they just say, let's not fuck with this, right? But yeah, that's just basically what it comes down to,
Would you say in any way, shape, or form that you could compare if we were going to kind of do a compare and contrast with like an AEW Dark or an AEW Dark Elevation to an NXT? Would we say that maybe in some ways the people that get highlighted on that is, even though it's a lot of squash matches, it's kind of what it is, but do you think that they at least are getting experience where you would say that's kind of equivalent, or would you say no, because there's no real ongoing storylines on those shows? It's basically just match, just to get people exposed.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of that's kind of what Dark and Elevation and Dark Revolution and Dark Syncopation and whatever the fuck other show they got going on. That's what all those are for. Well, not my fault. I didn't name them. That's kind of the thing they have, I guess, and it's good in a sense. It's also they're also shows that are kind of used for padding the numbers as far as when loss records go. That's the other thing to consider as far as the AEW goes, because you'll be like, oh, this person is 30-3. How the hell did that happen? They haven't been on Dynamite in ages, and then you start looking elsewhere, and yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of like the minor league system. But in a different way. It's kind of like, I don't know, I guess it would be equivalent to what, like, Wrestling Challenge was for WWF in the 80s or 90s, like that kind of deal, where it's like you'll get maybe a bigger star squashing like Dale Wolf or, Johnny K9 or one of those guys, that kind of deal.
Johnny K9, love it.
Yeah.
It's interesting because the one thing that AEW does push when it comes to developmental, not to once again try to be comparing it to NXT, but they do plug the Rhodes Academy, which is Dustin's, which is in Texas. They do promote the Nightmare Factory as well, which I think is good. And they talk about the stars that come from these both of these companies. They do talk about the ladies who come from Mission Pro, but I don't feel like they necessarily have a television show that's designed to be for these people. It's just, let's get them out there and let's do a trial by fire type of deal. And honestly, a lot of the people we've had on as guests on this show, this show and Future Stars Now, have been on AEW Dark. So I feel like we've had the opportunity to talk with some of them. But would you guys think that AEW should have their own developmental promotion all by itself, meaning a contingent of the new people, and let that just be by itself instead of doing Dark and Dark Elevation?
Find an ECW.
Keep doing what you're doing. Just get them the in-ring work. You're working with Dustin. You're working with QT Marshall. You're working with Jerry. Dean Malenko. They've got lots of great minds in that organization. Right? Get them the in-ring work so you can actually go. You can always work on the talking after, or worst case scenario, you just bury the talking, put them with a mouthpiece. You can. It's easier to work around that than somebody who can't wrestle a lick. Hey, they're a great talker. Then they get into the ring, and God help us all. You can work around somebody who can't talk easier than you can work around somebody who can't wrestle. It's
I would
a
agree.
wrestling show. So keep them in the ring, get them their reps in, get working on that, and then carry on.
So sometimes just stay the course with what you're doing right now.
Yeah, it's the getting the reps in. It's running the routes for a football analogy, and that's not even my thing. I'm not a sports guy, but that's what it is. It's just the do it, the go out there, the crowd interaction, the learn, the this works, this doesn't, this is how you do this. Especially when you have Dustin, Jerry, Dean Malenko, etc. These people who can tell you literally, hey, if you go out there and do this, this, and this, they should react like this. Not saying do it paint by numbers, but you have like 100+ years of fucking experience back there to pick a brain from. You might wanna, especially then add in, Sting, Jericho. Fuck.
I mean, Moxley,
Eddie
Kingston,
Eddie,
CM
pick a brain. Pick a brain. That's
Here's one thing.
A lot of them, I'm sure, if you asked, hey, would you give me pointers if you'll watch my match, etc. Like Jericho said that when people ask him, hey, what did I do right? What did I not do right? He's not going to go out of his way to watch it because he's that old school. But if you ask him, he'll shit all over it for you. And I mean that with the most love and respect, but you need that. You need someone to Dutch Mantel the situation and go sit down and watch every fucking match and don't leave the monitor. Yeah. Don't. Steve Austin. Oh, that. Look at people coming in. Big fish, small pond. Look at Steve Austin. Ringmaster. That's the start. Look at what he became. Wrestling's an interesting fucking business. Plain and simple.
I will say this. There's a couple of people who I've noticed are getting more attention now, and I really like them. I don't know how you guys feel about them, but 2.0. I love 2.0. I really love them.
I love Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah, they are so good at wrestling, and their comedy is good. They make me actually chuckle out loud.
Oh, yeah.
And I love Daniel Garcia because I love his intensity. I think he's a great wrestler as well. The Ass Boys, as they've recently trademarked this, I think they actually are a really good tag team. Like, I feel like they could become something down the road as well. So I think as they continue to evolve and they get some of these people who are predominantly on a dark elevation, they're going to start slowly bringing them up, and you are going to see some of these main guys get phased out. I feel like Jericho's going to get phased out at some point. I feel like Cody's going to get phased out at some point. The Bucks talked about at a certain age, they want to get phased out because they probably want to be on the more corporate managerial side of things, or they want to be involved as coaches as well. But I think you're going to see more people, younger people in AEW get pushes, get opportunities, because I think they understand that we need to have younger people running the ship as far as getting out there and wrestling. Would you agree?
Yeah, you have to. You can't just keep going with the same talent over and over because they get worn out physically, mentally. People get sick of watching them. At a certain point, whoever it is, Jericho, I mean, he's not young. You can't just keep riding that horse, right? You got to bring in younger, not as much younger, newer talent. Younger helps, but they'll have a longer run for you. That's the avenue you have to go. And unfortunately, some other promotions have possibly dropped the ball on that a little bit. You have to develop talent internally, homegrown talent. You can't just keep bringing back veterans just for the pop of it, or sign in cast-offs from other larger promotions and just recycle it that way. You have to build from in-house. It's the only way it's going to fly.
Well, let's talk about that. So even though we've been talking for nearly an hour, this is really my topic number one. Let's talk about this. Ronda Rousey returns to WWE. This is so perfect because I strategically picked this after Butt made his statement. I went, man, here's my chance. Ronda Rousey, everyone. She is back from her impregnation vacation. She has that's what she called it. That's what she called it. Yes, friends, she's officially knocked up, and she's done being knocked up, and now she has a child. Now she's back in wrestling. Now, I think this is interesting for a couple of main points. The first main point was, who remembers when she was on an Instagram? I forget. I think it was Instagram where she was doing a video and someone was doing her hair, and she was at least portraying the fact that she was crapping all over wrestling. And we were always remember that was probably at least a year and a half ago, if not longer. And a lot of people said, screw her, screw her. Well, she was probably working everybody for a comeback. Or do you think she legitimately meant it at that time, Anton? What was she doing? Was she being truthful, or was she trying to gauge the temperature of a comeback?
First, Mike Freeland, God damn it. Needed to start there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Second of all, I personally do not give a flying fucking shit. When it first happened, I was like, okay, this is cool and interesting. As it went on with people getting hurt, just the in general shitty acting, etc., I do not give a flying fuck, and I cannot accentuate that enough. I do not give a fuck about this.
Yeah, we caught that.
I'm just saying. But that's great if it is. You know, again, the Goldberg thing, the Brock Lesnar thing. There are people who don't give a fuck about the business, who can actually draw a dime, but not if you continue to fuck people up. So if it can work, shoot. I don't really give a fuck either way. So, but stir the pot, get attention. That's the name of the game. No publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that she was trying to gauge the temperature and she was trying to figure stuff out. But now she's back. All right, she's back. There was rumors leading up to the Royal Rumble. Would she not be? Then there was reports that came out, like PW Insider, Sean Ross Sapp, Wrestling Inc., that she had been in Connecticut, that she had been backstage with her publicist at a couple of Monday Night Raws as well, that she was spotted. So it was one of those deals where it was like, okay, where there's smoke, there's fire, and we're not going to be completely surprised if she does show up. But let's be real honest here. I mean, we're literally just trying to retread an old tire. Liam, Ronda Rousey coming back. Good idea? Not a good idea? Why not? What do you think?
Terrific idea. Because she's name value, and she only had I guess it was a year last time she was there, right? It was WrestleMania to WrestleMania, and then she was out, right?
Correct, right. A little over a year. You're right.
Right. So if you think of it in those terms, for her, there's probably still some unfinished business. She had a title run, but she'd probably want to do more. It doesn't affect me either way. I'm kind of like what I feel like everybody here is going to say. It doesn't really affect me either way, but I mean, it can't hurt their product. They legitimately have two crossover stars in her and Brock Lesnar that have made themselves very well known in both fields of UFC and WWE. So there is nothing wrong with that. That can only help your promotion. Like, as stupid as it is having Johnny Knoxville and then in the Rumble. Stupid, but it draws eyes, right? So why wouldn't you? So that's kind of how I look at it. She's talented to a point. She's still got a long way to go, and I don't think she's going to be there for a crazy amount of time. But I'd like to think that she brings a lot to the table. And I'd like to say hi to Debbie, a lady friend of mine who I was just talking with before the show. And how are you?
I love it. You are one of a kind, my friend. I
got to take her out soon. I gotta get some brownie points here.
I'm all for that. But by the way, let's talk about call outs here. So Liam texted me after last week's show, and he said, and I quote, "Hey, you didn't notice the haircut? Like, what the listen, you have public access TV going on right now with your camera, okay? That is shoddy at best. Okay, it's like the dirty porn you watch when you're 12 and you can barely see it. Where are you located right now? Because Butt's coming through crystal clear. So is Anton. What kind of speed
you know where I'm located? What
is your bandwidth? I know where you're located. What's your bandwidth right now? Give me
I
your
don't
bandwidth.
fucking know. I don't have the modem next to me. What are you talking about, man?
Should
I
have the
don't
modem.
know.
Should have the modem next to you.
I don't.
Okay,
I'm on
so
Wi-Fi, so
let me say this publicly on the air now.
you go right ahead.
Haircut looks good.
Thank you.
You
I was
wear
just
it well.
fucking with you. I didn't care if you noticed or not. I just thought you would have said something because knowing you, you'd be like, "Oh, what's with this guy? Look at him. He doesn't have long locks anymore."
Listen,
You know, usually you
listen to
do
me.
that. So.
You try to portray me as some mean, cruel schmuck.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Doesn't
you're
he-
just schmuck.
Thank
I mean,
you.
he doesn't look like Vince Jericho or Chris Russo anymore. So
That's oh.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
No, it probably looks
Oh.
like some fucking hipster actor or something you're gonna figure out or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
probably.
Hipster. That's cool. I don't
Yeah.
look 40, by the way.
No, you really don't.
I don't. I really, really don't. I could say I could pass for 30.
I'd say you're 33.
Keep telling
I'd say
yourself
you're
that. That's
33.
fine.
35 at the latest. By the way, some of my students told me that I should get keeps. Kind of fucking like they literally said that to me. They were like, "Hey, I got a question to ask you." And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, my essay. I had wanted to go over this and that with you. By the way, hey, there is no shame. This one girl said this. She is AP and everything, and she went, you might want to look into some of these things. I was like, I have access to your grades, your permanent
What is
files.
Keeps?
I
What's
can
that?
feel you.
Keeps is a brand. You have Rogaine, you have all these other kinds of stuff. So Keeps
Oh.
is supposed to be this product. I don't know if it's like a powdery whatever that you sprinkle in there to kind of make it look like it's fuller. Hey, listen, I'm gonna get the man weave where they shave this top part and then they fit you with this plastic thing and then they cut around it and then they glue it. I'll do that. I don't give a shit.
Let's go to the hair club for
why?
men. What are you doing, man?
No, I'm not. Who's going to put money into something like that? Rogaine is the biggest crock
You?
of shit there ever was.
No, hair club for men. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
What's
hey,
good?
Anton, just
What?
first of all, I want to say I am so happy that you are back.
It's good to see you. Hear you.
Really, I have some ideas for the show. I think we should do a live FRM during your class one day. I think that would be super fucking funny. Also, you should bring some papers to grade and we can all grade them together. Let Savage do it because he'll give everyone an F and it'll be funny. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
That's
He's
my
onto
favorite.
Some shit there. No, he's on to some shit there. You
No.
might get fired for live streaming FRN from your class.
I was going to
but-
say
You
that would
think?
that would be very bad. I still haven't been discovered though, which is a good thing
Good.
because if you guys remember, the last year I got discovered in the hallway and I had kids calling me Mooch in the hallway. Literally freaked me out. People were making references that they should not have had known, and I tried to kayfabe it. I tried to no sell that shit, but some of them were like stuff that Anton would say. Some of the stuff would be what Liam would say or Butt would say, and I'm like, and then part of me's like, they watched the last episode, but no, I can't. I gotta no sell that shit. So I can't
That
grade
kinda makes
paper,
me
and I
happy.
can't grade papers online or on the show, and I can't live stream it in my class. So
We can help you grade papers. We can't help you.
you could. I could actually ask for some input on this. So, but what's your take on Ronda Rousey? I mean, are you cool with it? Are you happy for it, or you're like, whatever's whatever?
Could be good. I mean, she's going to bring name value. She's not a terrible wrestler. She's not great, but she's not terrible, though. There have been worse. Right? So why not bring her in, give her a bit of a run? She'll get people to watch. She will up your viewership. People will talk about it. We're a prime example right now. Right? It'll get people to talk. People will tune in to see her. Right? She wasn't terrible last time around. A little green, but she wasn't god awful. Right? So I don't see it as a bad thing. I wouldn't put all my eggs in the Ronda Rousey basket. But at this point, well, really, they've only got a couple women wrestlers that they push at all.
Right.
So if you bring her in, at least it gives you somebody else to add to the equation. Hopefully, get us some new matchups. I want to see her and Baszler personally. I think that'd be.
I think that's way overdue. Shayna Baszler is one of the best female wrestlers out there today. Shayna
Yep.
Baszler is amazing because she's a legit athlete. She's a legit successful MMA fighter. She is so believable. She is very, what I would say, Dean Malenko-esque when it comes to the ring. She works a body part. She tells a story. She sells it. She's got great facial expressions. And I feel like she has been underutilized in the tag teams that she got put in. Her and Nia Pancakes. I don't think that should have ever happened. I don't, and I think it was a big mistake. But yes, Shayna Baszler, excellent point on that one. But all right, so we're okay with Ronda Rousey. I personally don't care.
But
You
that
think-
would actually be good. That I would watch, because if it's like the Jericho Benoit shit, if they have the agreement of, hey, we know what it's like to actually beat the shit out of each other, we can go out here and slightly potato each other and still be friends and be cool because we're friends and we can do that. That would actually be cool. That I'm okay with. Like, I would like
could
that.
do something with that rivalry.
Yeah,
With the
that
two
I
of
would
them,
like.
you could
That would
get
be
some
cool.
traction.
I agree.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, no, that
why
I'm-
not give it a go?
That I'm 2 thumbs up. Two
Liam,
thumbs
what
up on that. That would get my attention because the realness factor of it, for a lack of a better way to put it, that sounds cool.
Liam, what's your take? Rousey and Baszler. Do you think that would be a good money feud? People would tune in or pay tickets to see it, or
No, I really don't. Even though I think it would probably be pretty decent as far as a match goes, but it's, you know, that's assuming Baszler is a top star. She's not. If you got Roman Reigns against Brock Lesnar, 2 top stars, right? If you got Danielson against Hangman Page, I guess, 2 top stars. If you got Ronda Rousey, a big star, against Shayna Baszler, mid-level talent, not taken away from her, but that's how she's portrayed. Not really the same thing.
But think about it from this perspective, though. Think about this, though. What happens if we've never really seen Shayna Baszler in a program where we can really see all of Shayna Baszler? At that point in time, elevates her to the next level, which then we're able to see the full package of what she offers, and I think that could maybe raise her to the next rung.
Yeah, like if you look, it's kind of like what we were saying about the whole NXT thing, right? But when she was in NXT, she was a fucking badass. Just awesome, right? Just beating the shit out of everybody that came in contact with her, and just really good, total badass. If they had her like on that level, and they had been developing since that time, like just carried her up to the main roster, kept developing, kept elevating, I'd say yes, that would probably be something. But right now, like the most she's done there is had the tag team title, and it wasn't very memorable. So, not on the same level though. Right.
But what else do you do with Rousey? Just gonna have her go in against Becky and Charlotte and just recycle that over and over and over?
Pretty much.
But see, here's the problem.
Well,
with
that's
that.
the drizzling shits. Nobody cares.
That's the thing, though. I feel like you have to expand Ronda's storylines, and you have to expand her feuds and her programs with other people she hasn't worked with yet. Because if all you do is have her chase the title, if that's all you have her do, then that's all she's ever going to do, and that's all she's ever done before that, was go after a belt. Problem with that is that once you've seen Ronda versus Charlotte, you already know how well Charlotte is. And we know Charlotte's carrying 90% of that match. We know that already, right? So how many times do we need to see that one? How many times do we need to see her against Becky Lynch? Now, I will say Becky Lynch Doudrop was a lot better than what I expected at the Royal Rumble, but I still feel like you're going to have to mix it up a little bit. You're going to have to change some things. Maybe an Alexa Bliss coming back obviously could work. Bayley could definitely work. Bianca Belair could definitely work. Sasha Banks, Ronda Rousey could work. You need to find other ways to elevate Ronda by putting her with better talent, but also
bring some more women up.
But who else are you necessarily going to bring up? Let's say from NXT.
Right, that's my point. Bring up Raquel Gonzalez. Bring up Io Shirai. Bring up Kaylee Ray, possibly Dakota Kai. You got a bunch down there already that have outstayed their welcome, I think, and there's no shame in bringing them up and making it true developmental. Io Shirai was named like one of the best wrestlers in the entire world like 3 years ago, and she's in developmental. Get her out of there. She's done as much as she can. Great job. Get her up there. There's a bunch of talent that Rousey could be working with, but she needs to have the right talent. And if you have that mixed bag, like I just said, a lot of good talent there, all different, and that could present a lot of different opportunities. But if you're just going to kind of go with the same narrative, she's going to face the same top talent on the main roster that have been there the whole time. It's not very interesting. It's sort of big money matches, but it's stuff like nobody's going to really be clamoring to see because it's already been done. That's all I'm saying.
Well, people waited till very late on Monday night to hear who Ronda was going to who she was going to challenge at WrestleMania for the championship. Now it looks like once again advertising has spoiled everything because SmackDown events have been promoted at different venues across the country, and Ronda's face is on all of the promotional posters when tickets are going on sale, and they have found out that she is booked in all of the SmackDown shows. So when it really boils down to, there's no real big surprise. She's going to be going after Charlotte Flair and the SmackDown Championship. Was there any real hesitation on which woman she was going to go after, especially the way the Royal Rumble ended with her eliminating Charlotte? You got to think that this is going to be Charlotte's revenge to come back and to get back at Ronda for not winning the Royal Rumble. There's more between the two of them than there is between her and Becky Lynch. But what's your take on that one? Who do you think would at least get a little bit more eyeballs? Would it be Flair or would it be the man?
It'll probably be Flair. I'm not saying it's what I want to see. Me personally, I'm a little tired of Charlotte Flair. I mean, not that she's not talented. She's a very talented lady. But it's just always her in the title all the time. Like there's nobody else getting pushed. It's just her. Just tired personally. I've had enough. I want to see somebody else in there. I'm not saying bury her and have her job out to everybody. No, you can't do that. But she doesn't need to be in the title race all the time. Because Rousey's, let's be honest, Rousey's taking it from her.
Sure.
Right. That's what's going to happen there. And then they're going to go into a program for however long. And we're just right back to where it was again. It's Charlotte Flair running the WWE Women's Division. And everybody else. I personally would have went with Becky, but I'm not shocked that they went with Charlotte. Just because the sun shines out of her ass, according to Vince.
Do you guys think, let me ask you this question, do you think it has anything to do with the fact that Ronda's obviously going to headline WrestleMania, Ronda's going to win the Royal Rumble? Do you think that those were big sticking points to her coming back? Is that I want this and I want this? Or do you think she was willing to come back even if WWE wasn't going to put her above every other person?
I'm sure she had play. I'm sure part of her coming back was, I'm not coming back to be mid-carding, and if you want me to come back, I'm going to be at the top of the heap. She has all the cards. She doesn't need to be doing it.
No, she doesn't need wrestling.
Right? If she's doing it, well, I'd like to say because she wants to, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But if she's going to do it, it's going to be by her rules. I want this. I'll only work this many dates. I won't do this. I'll do that. Whatever it is. I want to be in the title picture. Stuff like that. She has all the cards. She knows that. We know that. If you don't, you're a moron. Right? So no doubt she called her shots.
Anton, do you think this was part of her whole plan? Is, hey, if I come back, you have to give me main event at WrestleMania and I have to win the Royal Rumble? Or do you think that just conveniently worked out and that was more of a Vince decision?
It works. Like, no matter how that fucking falls either way, which, yes, she does have the stroke. She has all the actual leverage there. Like, don't know what the actual length of her contract was. If they froze it for the impregnation staycation, however the fuck you want to word that, it's business We don't know, nor do I really give a shit. But these things, she has to say so at this point when she's like, all right, fuck it, I'll come back. Yeah, you have the negotiation power. You do when you're the golden goose at that point. Like the shit they give Goldberg or Lesnar, or the shit they would give Austin or Hogan back in the day, Cena for that matter. When you have the stroke, you have the fucking stroke. You can name your own fucking shots at that point. And if you don't take that, that's on you. That's
one of the differences is all those people you named had been around for
a long time. Yeah, they have a track record.
This is true.
Ronda, what you guys say, just over a year? Once again, she came with name value from the get-go. People knew who she was, so she was a big free agent, even though she was coming in from MMA. But those other guys you're naming, I mean, to put them in the same category might be a little foolish.
I mean, you're right. They did earn it. They all earned it. Really did. The only one, even Lesnar's the only one who got it really quickly based on fucking look and ability. Because think about it. By 2004, he was allowed to, if he wanted to use his travel to pay for a private plane to do what the fuck he wanted. Okay, that's on you. Everyone looking at that as unfair. No, that's his budgeting. That's his choice. Yeah.
But they were all around for years.
Yeah. Again, like I said, different. It's different. They earned it. She came with it. It is different.
Speaking of the Beast incarnate, let's go ahead and let's switch gears and let's talk about Brock here. Brock wins the Royal Rumble after losing the WWE Championship to Bobby Lashley earlier on in the night. Now, mind you, it wasn't legitimately Bobby Lashley beating Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns interfered, knocked out Brock Lesnar with the championship, which was given to him by Paul Heyman. So now we have another swerve going there. Lashley's crowned your new WWE champion. Then number 30 in the Royal Rumble was Brock Lesnar. Brock comes out. He ends up disposing of everyone else. He wins the Royal Rumble. Here we are now. Once again, Brock Lesnar's going to headline WrestleMania. Let's start off with Liam. Liam, what's your take on this? Do you think that was a good idea as far as having Brock have a match and then later on in the night have Brock come out again? Do you think it was a little too predictable at that point in time? Because when Roman came out and hit him, they were going to try to work something between them. And the only way he's going to get at him is if he gets a title shot. And a title shot only comes if you win the Royal Rumble. What was your take?
I guess that title match was, I think it opened the show, if I'm not mistaken.
It did.
Yeah. So I think by that point, when you're in the Rumble, when you're watching the Rumble and it's the last thing on the show, you might have put it out of your head for a bit because it was like 3 hours and change ago or something, right? So I wasn't really thinking about it. And then when he came out, I was like, oh, okay, he's winning. And, I mean, it is predictable. I don't think they really had much of a option, to be honest with you, because it was fairly weak as far as just the lineup. There was nobody really slotted in a spot where I would think it would be believable for them to go for a title based off of this. Everybody was saying Big E, but I mean, I don't think they booked him the best with the title anyways.
They completely dropped the ball with
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people were saying that, but I think it was just because, redemption. Nah, I mean, him on the marquee, I don't think so right now. I'm nothing against him. He's talented as hell, but it's not his time yet. He'll probably have another chance. But when you realistically look at how the roster was as far as going to the Rumble, you can't really honestly say there was a lot of people on there that you're thinking, oh yeah, that person's main eventing. No. So, I mean, I should have seen it coming a little bit better, but I thought at some point, I'm like, he might be in there. They'll just have to find a way. And they did that with Becky Lynch, I think a couple of years ago. She had, got her ass kicked in the match before or something, and then she inserts herself in the Rumble, and it was like, okay. So, I mean, anything's doable. It's just they kind of fly by the seat of their pants there. So, predictable, yes. Am I excited? Not especially. But, it is what it is. I don't
But what's your take? Brock loses the belt and comes back and basically steals the show. We're not surprised. I'm sure you're not. But what was your take on it? Did you like the move, or did you think it was like, really? That's the best we can come up with?
I'd probably be a little in the middle. I'm not crushed by it. I'm not overly happy about it. It more or less it is what it is. Personally, I liked a little bit of swerve with Heyman going with Roman now. I like that. That could be a little entertaining. I also like Heyman too, so maybe I'm biased when it comes to that. But I don't think it'll be terrible. It, like it's been said numerous times, so it'd be nice to see something new, something different. They should have just had Otis win the Royal Rumble.
You know what I was thinking about this the whole time I'm watching this. I'm thinking, my God, the butt's got to be pulling for Otis at some point. I mean,
yeah, hell yeah, they should have just had him win it. No, he goes to WrestleMania, becomes champion, holds title for 15 years, retires. All's well in the world.
who can
Just
argue
saying.
with that? You have it already
Exactly.
planned out. Bruce Pritchard, update your resume. Christopher Butt's coming for your job. Anton, what's your take? The Beast incarnate hanging out with old ponytail man, the swerve job. I mean, the head of the table. Are we a little done with this?
Hold on.
Oh no,
Call from Ecuvon. To accept, press 1.
it's like a prison
Go
call.
ahead, sir.
Hey guys, in my opinion, I wasn't that thrilled with Brock winning the Rumble. He's gonna face Reigns now, but I also think it's gonna be a triple threat. I think they're gonna put Rollins in the Elimination Chamber. He's gonna be the number 1 contender. He also wants to fight Reigns because Reigns has not beaten Rollins cleanly yet. So I think a triple threat at Mania. Thanks, guys. Bye.
I like the
That's
take
not
on it.
terrible.
That
No.
is actually not a
Yeah.
bad idea.
No.
We
Dude.
appreciate ECW fan calling
Yeah.
us. Thank you very much.
I
You know,
love when he does that.
Elimination Chamber is coming up. That is going to be the next pay-per-view prior to WrestleMania. And
Damn.
there is going to be that. So very interesting to see how they work that whole thing out. But in Brock's entire career, he's never been in a chamber match before. So he's going to be popping his cherry for the very first time.
Damn. See, so all right, so I figured he was winning the Rumble. Not surprised there. Nice throwback. That's cool. 2 thumbs up. I'm like, some things I'm okay with predictability. Like, again, I've been watching this shit so long. When you actually swerve and surprise me, you do something. So good job. Even sometimes the predictable thing is the thing you should do. The fucking Elimination Chamber in 3-way, though, I hadn't even pondered whatsoever. So I like this. I like that. I think that's the best thing I've heard all day, especially on the note of this. I, however, wish we could have seen Lesnar in the old school chamber when it was violent as fuck. Because something about that just, yeah. See him F5ing someone into one of the pods, it would have happened, and I would have been all for it. I don't care.
Liam, what's your take on this whole situation?
I'm kind of like, I'm kind of at the point where, I keep thinking I have all these scenarios in my head for what would be good, and then I start to come to the realization that I just don't care enough anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm being serious though.
No, I got you.
It just it's kind of like what Anton was saying. It takes a lot to surprise me now, to really kind of make my eyes bug out. But I don't know. I'm kind of like just. I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling any of it right now.
So from what I understand, this is the way the WWE Championship match is going to happen at Elimination Chamber. It's going to be Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, Matt Riddle, and Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley. So it's going to be all of those guys are going to be in the chamber themselves. It's going to be for the WWE Championship. It'll be live Saturday, February the 19th. Which will be really, really interesting. And the other thing I think is going to be interesting on this one, it's going to be at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard, 9 a.m. Pacific. It starts at
Saudi.
noon.
Saudi.
Noon?
Yeah, it's a
Noon?
different part of the world.
Is this
it's in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did not realize it was
I
in Saudi
know.
Arabia. My bad.
Yep.
Is it a Saturday show or a Sunday show?
It's a Saturday. Yeah.
What all the fucking Saturday pay-per-views?
Well, and here's something that's going to be interesting. Also on that card, you're going to have WWE Women's Raw Championship match: Becky Lynch versus Lita.
Ooh.
So we saw Lita come back. Let's see what's going to be happening in a match with those two. So I think that's going to be interesting. More Blood Money pay-per-view. So we'll see what
Money's
happens.
money though.
It is.
It's still green.
I know. We're moving on past
Well,
that.
for you guys.
I know. Poor Khashoggi. So I don't know. As far as Brock Lesnar goes, I'll be honest with you. I'm in the same camp that I am with the Ronda Rousey thing. Not interested. Not remotely interested. I'm not emotionally invested. I'd like to see what some of the other women can do. Here's the other thing that bothered me. In the Women's Royal Rumble, man, they didn't give very many people very many opportunities. I mean, they were chucking people out, and
With the bathwater? The baby with the bathwater?
there was so many more things they could have done. And from what I heard, they had changed the plans for that match about 100 times. And they also changed plans with the men's one about 100 times as well. But there was a lot of missed spots. Hold on a second. Let's add. What? Oh,
We say, where the fuck did he go?
yeah, where
What the fuck are you doing?
Where did you go? I had
Right
to take
here.
your feed
I've been
down.
here the whole time.
You were. Listen,
What?
We need to
listen, you
risk that.
cheeky bastard. You were frozen like all hell. You're a lot clearer now on your feed, which is
Okay.
nice.
I'm clear on my phone right now. That means anything.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Good. Good. I'm glad you're cleaning your phone. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay.
I'm not interested. And once again, it's not because I don't like WWE. It's just because
Uh-huh.
Butt made a good point.
Sure.
It's the
Okay.
same. It's the same stuff.
Shit.
Wash, rinse, and repeat. And I'd like to see some stuff. Now, I do want to say that I do stand corrected. There's a couple people in the chat who had said that we've already seen Alexa versus Ronda. So we've already seen that. And I don't necessarily remember that. But once again, I cannot say that I remember every single thing that happened in WWE. But that's what Travis Bohab says. So I'm going to have to take it on that one.
Do you remember when Alexa was getting fucked up frequently, like lots of concussion issues several years ago? Do you remember that at
No.
all?
I do not
Well,
remember her getting
It's from
injured
matches
on
with
it.
Ronda. Ronda was concussing the shit out of Alexa nonstop. And
Wow.
yeah, and then of course concussions, one concussion, another concussion, you're like it was that. And so that's why it's where Talking Bliss came from, her little segment, etc. That's why all that started. And then eventually the Fiend shit. That was the original seed from all of it, actually, was her getting concussed frequently from matches with Ronda, because Ronda, can't say Ronda wasn't protecting her, being the green thing, or just shit happening, but it was happening frequently.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah.
Very
And
interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
So thank you for clarifying that.
No, you're-
Thank you, Travis, for bringing that up as well.
you know,
Travis also chimes in and says, whatever gets us to Brock versus Roman at Mania is cool with me. It's the match they've been building for months already. How many times have those two guys fought already? Holy
3, I think.
shit. I want to
more
say
than
it was
that.
more. It was more than that, because wasn't there a
Seems
cage
like it.
match where evidently somebody got thrown through the cage, yet technically they hit the floor first? I thought they had wrestled like 5 times already. I believe
remember when
it was
took us
every
3 years
pay-per-view
to
it
get through
was.
a trilogy. So
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people are fans of it, and I'm fine with people who are fans with it. I'm cool with that. If you like WWE and that's your cup of tea, awesome. I support it completely. Just not really necessarily mine. I'd like to see more people get opportunities, much like what Butt said. You got to bring in the new people. So, all right, let's move on to yet another topic. I thought this one was kind of interesting. Jeff Hardy, he tests clean. There was no drugs in his system. They, meaning WWE, has egg on their face. The big problem I say that is because they're literally trying to base actions off of past transgressions. Now, what I'm saying about that is, yes, the past is the past, 100%. Did he have some issues? Absolutely, he had some issues, but you cannot automatically think, oh, the guy powdered out of the ring, he left with security, that was it, and therefore we think we're going to offer him some rehab before they even got test results back. You should never approach somebody and insinuate that they may be on something when you have no idea. You have no idea whatsoever. And they've been crawling on their hands and knees now, trying to beg him to come back. They want him to come back, and they wanted him to be in the Hall of Fame. They were throwing that at him from what rumor tells us. And Matt actually went on his Instagram and talked about exactly why Jeff took a powder out of the ring and left. Jeff is, from what he has said, meaning Matt, a very emotional person. He's been going through a lot of different things. WWE has stressed him out completely. The match was, for the most part, done. They were going home. He jumped out, boom, left. It was a house show, too. It wasn't like it was on television. So it wasn't a situation.
You can't do that.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is you can't automatically say, Jeff Hardy, drugs. You can't necessarily make that connection and say he left because he must have been high. I think you are literally putting the cart way in front of the horse at that point. If you want to reprimand him, suspend him, whatever, for leaving, hey, I'm fine with that. But I think the problem is they tend to think they know all the answers, and unfortunately, they make a lot of wrong decisions on people, and he's just one of them. I'm not defending Enzo Amore whatsoever, but the facts weren't even out on his situation. He was completely exonerated. Charges were dropped, yet it was, oh, you're out, you're fired. And it's one of these deals where I feel like if it were to happen to other people, they would be given the benefit of the doubt and they would allow the system, the process to work out. But it just shows that you're begging him to come back. You're willing to give him a spot in the Hall of Fame this year. You realize that you screwed the pooch. Liam, we're going to go to you first on this one. How big of a mistake was this on their part to just, put their foot in their mouth and then come groveling back?
Has this all been reported as fact?
Yes, it's as X come out. Yes.
Okay, I haven't heard any release or anything, any press release. So I don't know. The guy fucking left though. He walked out. That's bullshit. I don't care.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a lower level talent. You do that. It's still bullshit.
It's not professional. I agree.
Right.
I don't think you should all of a sudden say, we think you need to go to rehab. That's not okay.
That's up in the air. I haven't heard anything. If there's actually something to confirm that they said that, then okay, yeah. But if they did, then
Jeff was even saying that.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's fine.
It leads to his side. He's not going to be impartial.
Well, but think about it from this perspective. Everything that he has said so far has matched up with the fact that they have, they didn't even release his drug test when he asked. He said, no, I'm clean. Let me see the results. And they said, we don't, quote unquote, have them yet. And they finally, he and his wife had to go through some type of court junction or whatever to finally get them released to them. It was 100% clean. He passed on all the levels, meaning all the different barbiturates and whatnot that they test for, clean and exonerated on all of that.
Yeah, but he was also an alcoholic too, from what I understand. So he could have had something in his system too. I'm not saying I care.
Right.
But, it's like, if this has been reported as fact, then WWE jumped the gun and then they said, okay, well, we can send you to rehab. Now, you can look at it two ways. You can look at, oh, wow, man, they're just judging him. He's had a big history of this. And you can look at the other side of it. They're trying to be concerned about an employee and trying to get them some help. Nothing wrong with that. They do that for people who have shit on the company through history. It's an open door policy as far as that goes. So there's different ways to look at it, but I just, if they're, even if they're going to the point of like trying to ask them to come to the Hall of Fame or something, yeah, that's kind of looking like, oh yeah, please come back, we fucked up kind of deal. And that if that's the case, looks a little fishy, but it's like I've said before, I like to, get all the details before I comment on something. So I'll just say, like, if it's fact, then they jumped the gun a bit, but it's not for them being assholes. It's more out of concern, I would think.
But what's your take on this? Do you feel like discretion would have been a better part of valor? I mean, maybe have issued a statement saying, he's suspended, or maybe fine him even privately, keep him off TV, say what exactly happened? Why did you just straight leave a show instead of just automatically insinuating, oh, you're relapsing again?
In my opinion, they're both in the wrong. Whether it was just a house show or they were just about ready to wrap it up, you don't leave.
I agree.
Anybody in the normal world, if I just, work's done in a half hour, fuck it, I'm going to lock up my office and go home. Well, I'm not coming to my office tomorrow. So that's just, if they had just straight up terminated him for that, I think they would have been well within their rights. He does have a very poor track record, to put it mildly. So for them to assume that he possibly relapsed, I don't know if I could blame him. Apparently he was acting suspicious at that event from a couple of reports that I read. I'm sure that probably led to them thinking, hey, maybe there's something not right. Should they have jumped the gun and be like, hey, we haven't got the results back yet, but we think you're high and let's send you to rehab? They probably shouldn't have jumped to that conclusion right off the get-go, but the fact that they went to him like, hey, we want to send you to rehab, that's got to say something positive, because they could have just got there and said, hey, you're high again. We're sick of your shit. You left the match. Beat it. And they probably would have been well within their rights.
Right.
He brought it upon himself.
They're an at-will company completely, so they can terminate you without any reason or any cause or anything. It can just be right on the spot. So I agree with you on that. They definitely reserve the right to be able to do it. Jeff should have not just left. Regardless of if you're having, a lot of things going on, wait till the match is done, get backstage, do your thing, whatever. However, what I will say is this. When the first thing that I heard through Matt was that he talked to Jeff immediately, I guess, afterwards. And it wasn't a situation of, hey, dude,
press 1.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Go ahead.
I just would like to say I agree with the butt. First of all, I'm glad it wasn't drugs. I was very worried about that with Hardy, but the butt's right. You got a job to do. You can't go out there like Antonio Brown did a couple weeks ago against the Jets and just say, peace out, I'm done. Think about the fans who paid their money to see you. You got to do the job. Maybe you don't do the best at it, but you got to stay through the match, and then you deal with your personal shit after. Thanks, guys. Bye.
No, he makes a very good point. I just think they should have said, you left, we're sending you home, you're not getting paid. I do want you to take a piss test before you leave, and then we'll see what happens from here. You fail this piss test, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fire you on the spot. You have a history. We will give you an option for rehab because we don't want to see anything bad happen to you. From a managerial perspective, that's what I would have done. Send him home, wait till the test results come out, and then if he did pop positive, can him right there. I would not have a problem. But I would.
But when you're acting all messed up at the event, which several reports have, like I know I've read 2 that said he was acting kind of odd, right? And then you just up and leave. I would have, whether it's right or wrong, with his track record, I would have assumed he was high. But I know I did when I seen the reports. I'm like, he's high again. Right? He's actually falling off the wagon. That's the first one. I'm not saying it's right, but that's facts, guys. Sorry. I mean, you can consider me a terrible person for thinking like that, but it's the first thing across your mind. And anybody that says that they didn't think it, you're probably a liar. That's just the way it is.
He has been sober for multiple years now, which, his wife has even commented on the fact that she's proud that he's gotten things back together. He mentioned that the moments that, especially with Bound for Glory, was a very low point in his life, but things have gotten much, much better for him. And he's started to deal with things in a more productive way instead of using substances to kind of self-medicate yourself. I don't know. I think I would have, and this is just my perspective, I would have looked and tried to pull him aside and say, what happened? I mean, ask the question first. But you know what? We can all have different opinions on this, and we do, and that's why we discuss these things. But Jeff is now going to be a free agent after his contract lapses, and it looks like they're going to be doing some other things. They may have some matches on the indies. He may do other stuff. I don't think the man has to work. I don't know his finances. I don't do his taxes, but I don't think the man has to work. So at the end of the day, if he decides, hey, that's it, I'm done with this business, I just want to go home and go back to North Carolina and be on the ranch, then just go ahead and do that. But
we're basing all this on one thing. We don't know what else possibly could have happened in the days, weeks, months leading up to it. Maybe you said yourself he was dealing with some mental health stuff. He was dealing with some stress and whatnot. Maybe he's been kind of teetering, and they've been having issues with him, backstage. Who knows? There's a lot of things we'll never know. We don't deserve to know, right? So you don't know what all the details. You're basing it on one thing. Hey, at this one event, he was acting all messed up. He left halfway through the match or 2/3 of the way through the match, or whatever it was. They jumped to the conclusion that they thought he was high and tried to send him to rehab, or offered him rehab, sorry. No, but we don't know. Was there more lead up to it? Was there more stuff going on? Has he been acting messed up for a bit? Is he having some mental health issues, whether it be depression, anxiety, God only knows what? We don't know. Right? So it's just, I find it hard to believe that they would just automatically just go straight to, hey, you're high, here's some rehab, and just send it straight to hell in a handbasket out of the blue with nothing else to it.
I wouldn't necessarily pass it off. I mean, this company is not exactly, I think what they do, and this is just my opinion, I think they offer the rehab thing to make it look, I think it's a keeping up appearances type of deal.
No, you're wrong.
I think it is in some regards. I think what they do is they try to put an image out there that they are 100% for the talent, which I don't think the family truly cares about the performers as much as I think that they want to give that image across. So, I mean, once again, unless we one-on-one talk to somebody who has actually worked for them, we'll sit down and say, yes, this is that. But I don't know. It's a very suspicious situation just because of their handlings of people in the past, not even necessarily with substance abuse. In general, it's very, very sketchy. And I think that's why people are leery of working for them, just because I don't necessarily feel like it is always the most professional work environment, especially when you have certain people who've been known in the past to not necessarily be on the best record themselves who are in management. But Jeff is okay, and that's the most important thing, that he's safe and he's healthy. Gosh, I had a couple other things, but you know what? I mean, when you think about it, I was going to bring up the Women's Royal Rumble match again and just mention how that there were a lot of spots that they were supposed to do, but they completely changed them. There were some spots in the Men's Royal Rumble match that got axed. There was going to be something with Kofi Kingston and Big E, but that didn't get to happen because when Kofi went over on the barricade, he couldn't keep his feet up. He was supposed to, yada, yada, yada. There were some other things that happened as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of people who were saying they watched a Royal Rumble and they were not super impressed with the overall show. From what you guys have seen, did you say that was a solid pay-per-view, or would you say it definitely lacked in a lot of ways?
I'd say solid, but not anything amazing, not anything terrible. It was just kind of neutral to me.
It was a good event. I was entertained. Well, was I, falling out of my recliner, jumping around? No, but it was not a bad event. Plain and simple. It'd be like a 6 out of 10. maybe 7.
Fair enough. Are you guys going to be tuning into the Saudi Arabia show?
No, it's a
Afterwards?
Saturday at noon. I have a thing called a job.
I'll probably skip through it.
I'll be sleeping for work or getting ready to sleep for work. So
No.
I'll probably skip through it a little bit. Just check it
I'll
out.
download it.
Nice.
Look, I'll watch it on the network after, but not during it. No.
I don't blame you. What else is kind of piquing your interest right now? Oh, I know I did want to bring up this. I am not familiar with this character, wrestler, whatever. I don't understand the fascination with it. Danhausen. I don't get it. I don't get it.
he
Anton.
amuses me. I don't know why, but he amuses me. But also, so the John Moxley and the fuck you not getting bleeped, like I know they get to say shit or bullshit goddamn weekly at least once, which always amuses me. Like just me being the fucked up person I am every time I hear those words and it's not bleeped, I laugh. I'm also known for being the heckler at shows and events. If there's a quiet moment and I can get to fuck with you for a second in a tasteful way, I will. That guy picked a horrible time. But the moment Mox was like, fuck you, and that didn't get bleeped, I was like, oh shit. I laughed. I laughed hard. And I wanted to bring that up since we didn't get to discuss that last week. My ass didn't show up because I suck. So
Do you think there was any repercussions from that?
I don't
No.
know. Probably possibly a fine, like from the FCC, I'm sure. But as for Moxley himself, I think Tony Khan would probably understand that one. Like I would hope so. Anyway, it's like that guy deserved it. I'll eat it. Like
What
mean,
did the guy say? I don't remember.
He said something along the lines of get
drunk
your
out of here or
drunk
some
ass
shit.
out of this ring.
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, it was something
That's-
totally distasteful. It was something totally distasteful, dude.
Once
I
again,
know I heard it, but I couldn't remember.
you know, somebody saying something about look, alcoholism's a real thing, okay, and people struggle with it. And John realized that there was something he wanted to get under control. He may have indulged a little too much. I don't know, but he made the choice that he wanted to make some changes. He's got a brand new baby. He wanted to go ahead and take some time and get himself together. I completely understand that. The roster is stacked. It wasn't as if it was missing John Moxley for 3 months. The ship moved on and it was fine. And we knew that when he came back, he'd be even better. So good for him. And when you go to wrestling shows, you don't have to say stuff like that. I don't think that person was
No.
probably a wrestling fan. Probably nor do they understand what someone is going through when they have an alcohol addiction. So once again, I'm very sensitive to those issues because unless you've walked in those shoes, don't pass judgment on someone when it comes to that. That's a whole new ball game.
So, what would be etiquette at a show? This is a question that has boggled my brain for years. Etiquette at a show. So you're in the first, second, third row.
Mhm.
Is it cool for you to stand up all the time so the people behind you can't see?
No,
or
you sit. I sit.
So
I would
that
never stand,
makes
even
me
by a
defensive
guardrail. I'll never
when people
stand.
do it.
I don't
Well,
know.
look
why
at it this
I
way.
stand.
Last like big WWE show I went to was probably in '98 for the. I think I told you guys I went to a Raw taping at the Sky Dome, and I was like 5 rows back. I couldn't see shit because that was the sign era. Everybody had to have a fucking sign. So every time I think I've got like a view of something, there's a fucking sign in my face. And at that point, I was like, "Fuck this! Like, what's the point?" You know?
I said, I can't do that. That's just being a half decent person. The guy behind you wants to see. If you get somebody, fair sized guy like me standing up, there's going to be 3 or 4 people behind me who aren't seeing nothing.
Correct.
That's just ignorant. They paid their good money. They want to see the show too. You know, if you get excited for a minute when there's a big bump and everybody comes out of their seats, that's one thing. But if you're just standing up constantly, you know, just stop. Don't do that. Be a better person.
I stay in my seat the whole time. I don't get up for really much of anything.
I
Just for
believe
the
it.
si-
That's
I-
a shock. Didn't see that coming.
I'd rather just be comfortable because I mean, what is standing going to necessarily do? Now, here's the one thing I will say, and this is just my opinion: wrestling's better watched on TV than it is in person, and here's why.
What?
I
Commentary.
like
Commentary, dictation of story.
I like that more, but I also can see a lot of stuff that you normally would not see on the camera. And I will tell you, man, it definitely pulls the curtain back big time. And it's one of those deals where when you know what you're looking for and you know what you see, like I understand suspending disbelief. I get that completely. But when you're right there, literally, you see everything. And it's like, that was 6 inches away. That was a foot away. And I'm thinking, that wasn't even remotely close. Like, maybe that could have been hidden a little bit with a different camera angle or something like that. So what I'm saying is I would much prefer to watch it on a nice size TV than be front row. Unless I'm meeting somebody there. Like if Jerry's going to be there, absolutely I'll go to the show. But in general, I'm watching it on the screen.
Yeah, I like going to live shows. I won't go to a live show and sit in the nosebleeds though. Like if I'm going, I'm on good seats. I want to be right
50 yard line, probably like the first row of regular seats. I love that because no one's in your way. You're elevated high enough where you can see not only the ring, but the ramp, the entrance. Yeah, but floor seats, I'm not a floor seat person at all. I don't like to be cram-packed like a sardine with a bunch of other people.
So the last time I went to a wrestling show that was not a like independent wrestling show or at a music festival where it was outdoors with bleachers and I could just wander through a crowd was WWECW actually in Jacksonville, Tennessee in like 07. So I was like 12 and I'm 5'5" now. So imagine when I was 12, I was not that tall of a, teenager, preteen. I wasn't. So I stood up in my seat frequently because I'm short. And the people behind me complained, and we were right by the entranceway too. Balls Mahoney punched me in my hand, and I thought he broke my fucking hand. But that it was actually a pretty solid show, all in all. But so etiquette on that, you can't complain if a short dude is standing up for a second to be able to see some cool shit.
Agreed.
Sorry. That's unfair to me. I didn't choose to sit there. That's the ticket that I happened to purchase because I purchased the ticket at the event, and that's the seat they gave me. So that
You know what, though?
that was shitty. But like, so don't if you're tall, don't fucking do it.
Oh,
And
also it depends on your. So if you're tall, you can't. But if you're vertically challenged,
don't do it
okay.
nonstop. Don't do it nonstop. I'm cool if you do it because I'll stand up in the chair to see over your ass. I'm okay with that. But then don't be a fucking cocksucker if I'm doing that.
I think people should just sit their asses
down. You don't
down.
have to stand in a chair to see.
They have seats for a reason. If you were not intended to sit, they wouldn't put chairs there. It'd be standing room only.
Or you could have the experience that I had. Like I don't know why I blocked it. I don't think I blocked it out, but like. The last, I think, actual show I went to was the last ECW TNN taping just outside of Toronto. It was like the final taping they did. And that was a great show. But, like, anytime I went to see ECW, like, I saw them in Buffalo. I had Sandman almost pour a beer down my throat. He chose the guy right next to me instead. And then I had New Jack brawling with Angel, like, right beside me. Like shit like that, that's great. That's the live experience to me. I was like right there. The place in the Burt Flickinger Center in Buffalo, there wasn't really a bad spot there to watch. It was great. Like it was laid out really nice. So I had a good seat every time, and it was great. And you could interact with them, and I got to see the wrestlers between the show and everything. I was talking to Spike Dudley, and I was like, talking to Jack Victory and guys like that. Great stuff, It depends on where you're going and what you're seeing. So, if it was something like ECW, yeah, fuck yeah, I go. But if it's like WWE, who cares?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey guys, I just want to say I agree with Steve from accounting here. The live experience is awesome. I mean, I went to a show. I got to hold a chair for RVD to hit Dreamer with. That was one of the coolest moments of my life. It was unscripted. It was just there. Like I can't do that watching it on TV. That's why I like live experience better because you never know. You might be part of the show. I felt like I was in ECW, which is something I never got to experience in my life. Thanks, guys. Bye.
No, I mean, he brings a very valid. At some point in time, I'm going to send him a link to just join the StreamYard.
Oh god.
Yeah, you might as well.
I'm going to do that. So, well, I guess
What's he
what I'm
gonna be done when he's done answering something? Okay, guys, time for the next person. Okay, bye. Just sit there?
Here's what I'll do. I'll just do this. I'll just remove him from the stream, so he'll be
Until he
back
has
in
something to
Gorilla
say.
until he has something to say, and then I'll bring him
Yep.
back on. No, I'm just saying I have been to enough shows, and you know where I'm going with this. You see a little too much than you really probably should see because it kind of, I don't know. I know it's a show. But when I was front row with TNA, when they were at a place called the Cincinnati Gardens, where it was a hockey arena, right? And Scott Steiner was there, and he was doing his whole thing.
It's Scott Steiner.
He never
Scott
touched.
Steiner. It's Scott Steiner.
He never touched the guy. He didn't come with 6 inches of touching the guy, right? And my point though is that on TV, yeah, that's great. You're taking care of your guy, right? You're taking care of your opponent. But when you are live there and you are literally feet away and you just saw that, you're like, you couldn't get any closer than that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. And I heard a lot of wrestlers say, and Jerry says this, you lay it in.
Yeah,
You lay it in.
Potato.
Yes. People expect you to do that because you don't want to be that wrestler that a fan leaves and says, dude, he was like that far away from even roughly coming close to touching him. And that's the problem I have. On the screen, cool. I'm fine. But
I want to go back and watch the AJ Styles Johnny Knoxville spot just because, like, I read a report because I was at work, obviously, when the shit was going on. And it said AJ just potatoed the shit out of fucking Johnny Knoxville. And I'm like, I need to see this. Like, because AJ's cool. You know, AJ doesn't try to fuck people up. I want to see AJ Styles potato the shit out of Johnny Knoxville to make sure he sells.
well, I think he said something in the Rumble by you get the first shot. And Knoxville threw a stiff forearm. And if you see,
it's a receipt. So he got a receipt.
Yeah. So
That's
AJ was
different.
like,
That's different.
like, whoa. And he kind of did the whole jaw thing like he wasn't hurt, but he was like, oh, okay. So that's the deal. All right, it's my turn now. And he knocked Johnny on his ass. And
I'm watching this when we get off of here.
Absolutely.
I'm watching this when we
Absolutely.
get off of here.
So many things we've talked about, but the most important thing that we'd like to talk about is you guys, the listeners. We are so grateful that you guys listen to the show each and every week. We got great number of downloads in the month of January, an awesome month. And that was even with us not having a show one week, just for the fact that sickness and illness has been running around and whatnot, and we didn't get to do a show, so we apologize for that. But still had amazing download numbers. Please continue help supporting us. We are on Spotify, Stitcher, any podcast format or place that you can download them. Keep listening to us. If you know someone who enjoys wrestling or loves arguments or discussions or random conversations about just about anything, definitely tell them to listen to the show. We would appreciate that. So for everybody on Twitch, I cannot say thank you enough. For everyone who listens on whatever platform you're listening on, just know that we appreciate you more than you will ever know. You guys are the ones that keep this thing going. In our closing moments, we're going to go around the horn here. Butster, anything on your mind regarding wrestling? This is your moment to basically say, this is what I want to say.
No, nothing wrestling related on my mind. Just enjoy it for what it is.
Yes.
Don't take it too serious. Don't get your panties in a bunch over something stupid. It's okay to like different federations and everything else. Just enjoy it. Have fun with it. Don't take it so damn serious. It's wrestling. It's not that big of a deal. You'll be okay.
By the way, your beard is spot on, and that shirt is fucking amazing.
That's right, Bubba.
Yes, and by the way, the Bills, they're going to dominate the AFC East for many, many, many years to come. And just when Brady renounces his retirement, the Bills are going to fill that spot, and my Jets and the Miami Dolphins will be playing for the consolation division. So
I might get season tickets again next year.
I don't blame you, dude. I think it's going to be exciting for Buffalo fans. So you have a great future ahead of you. And it's good talking to you. And definitely thank you for the talk about in the woods. So I'm going to have to send you the video link.
I'll take you hunting with me.
I would love to. I could learn a ton because I don't know anything. I would know enough to shut my mouth, carry the bags, do whatever it takes. and you learn. Hey, just like wrestling, right? Shut your mouth, find a quiet place to sit, and you learn. With that being said, I want to throw it over to Anton. What's on your mind? Wrestling, non-wrestling, life, anything? What would you like to tell the listeners?
I still haven't had a cigarette in 63 days.
Look at you.
So, which I got
Good
more
job.
today. This is the third one of these I've had. Like, I had one in December, one in January, and now one today.
Why does it look like an Acme Dynamite from like the cartoon?
I mean, essentially it is, but it's a vape, just a disposable vape. So many hits, like 2,000, and throw it the fuck away. And it's just mostly when I'm bored. Like I said, it's the third one I've had, one a month, just kind of to fucking have something to do. Like, I don't
Just so
even
you have
fucking know.
something to put in your mouth. Is that
Nah,
what
I
you
knew
Yeah, I
do?
thought that was a
I knew
toy
it.
for a
I
second.
knew it.
Trophy
I
station.
knew
Yeah,
it.
goddamn right. I don't give a shit. But
In my mind, I'm
Whatever.
going in 3,
yeah.
2,
So, but
1.
life's a mess, but good with the bad. Y'all know me. I ride the waves of chaos. It just is what it is. I make the best out of a bad situation. So it's life. So another day, another dollar, another beat to make. So it's good to see you fuckers again. Missed you.
I will tell you this right now. It's good to see your face. You look great. You really, really do. And life gets crazy, but you know what? We'll always have each other to jerk each other's chain. Right, Liam?
We
No,
I'll
both
never
no.
jerk my chain.
Come on. Liam, tell everybody what's on your mind as far as wrestling. You have a rant inside you that you would like to share with people before we leave?
please. I need to hear you. Pick something.
GCW is the shits. That's all I know.
Oh, come on.
It's fucking terrible.
Come
Come on.
on.
No red zone. We don't get red zone this week. I haven't seen you in like 3 weeks, and we don't get a fucking red zone.
Oh, you should have heard me last week with GCW. If you want to go back and listen to that, you'll hear my
Okay,
whole
fine.
report on it. That was informative, I think. But
Okay.
He wasn't happy.
I don't know. I'm just GCW is the shits. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. That's fair.
You
fucking fair.
Yeah,
on
I-
the inside.
Shut the fuck up with that fucking ASMR fucking bullshit, you motherfucker.
Okay, so let me tell you something. One thing about ASMR, there's a really cool
Oh,
channel.
okay.
No. This guy
No.
makes money doing ASMR on YouTube. And here's what he does. Regular nice guy. I don't know if he's retired or whatnot, but he just eats. So he'll like have a plate of a specific food. Like
You
let's say,
played
for
that.
example, he'll have a gyro and a bag of chips and a Coke, and he'll have a microphone, and he literally will just eat. And people just love the sound of listening to someone eat. And he has
Ugh.
hundreds of thousands of views. And so, Chris Russo, I just wanted to tell you, you might want to please check it out. It's really, really good. ASMR is the real
The
deal,
fuck is
man.
Chris Russo?
ASMR.
Hey, Liam, I think I know how you can enjoy this. I think if it was a chick being flogged with a riding crop or a paddle and spanked, I think you could enjoy this.
Wow.
Maybe.
Hey, no, like fuck you. I would enjoy it. Like, yo.
With a pickle.
That could be something, I guess. But to hear, like, this is where society's at now. People are making money doing this fucking shit. Like, fuck everybody. Seriously.
Yes.
You can make
No,
money
dude.
doing that too.
Stop.
It's called OnlyFans.
It's true.
And Pornhub.
Would you make an
Oh,
OnlyFans account?
and just me?
Yeah, you should make an OnlyFans
No.
account. You should, no. It doesn't have to be dirty. You could just literally just rant on OnlyFans, and you could just like scream and
Oh, I could
have
do that maybe.
Your fans, only your fans get to hear you rant.
However, my lady friend just brought up something about flogging. I just saw she said something about it. So
Hold on? Is your lady friend in the chat?
I don't know. I've got the little chat bubble up here for Messenger, and she's
Who's
Yeah.
Lil Woman
She just said-
22?
That's a friend of mine.
Ooh,
actually.
Lil Woman
That's a friend of mine.
22. What
That's a
is
friend of
up,
mine.
Lil Woman
I-
Friend of
22?
mine.
That's Anton's friend? Okay.
Oh, that's Anton. Okay.
Yeah, that's
so,
a friend of mine.
yeah.
so is yours
Yeah,
really ECW fan? I mean,
She's not even into wrestling. I don't think. I haven't even really talked to her about it. I just started talking to her like last week, basically.
so when do you?
And,
Okay, let me ask you this: when do you actually tell if you're single and you're dating, right? So this only goes for the people in the lower two boxes. When
Yes.
do you bring up wrestling? When do you bring that up? I mean, because that's a very
I'm upfront about the fact I'm a wrestling nerd. You either like that shit or you don't. Like,
No, I agree, but there's some people who may be like, "Whoa, that's a little like, what are you into? Like Star Wars?"
No, I don't.
That's about
If
as
they
far
don't
as
like
I'll
it, they don't
take
like it. I don't give a fuck. Like, then they
Right.
can fuck off. But she doesn't
Then
seem
they
like
can
the type.
She's probably a really sweet girl. So what happens if she said,
Oh,
"I
she's
think
sweet, all
wrestling-
right.
Oh man, you're terrible.
What? She is.
Yeah, but
She's
it's the way
here.
you said it. That's the way you said. She's at your house now.
No, I wish,
Oh.
but no.
Wow.
No,
This
I
is
do.
Liam After Dark. Yeah.
She'd be fine with it. Trust me. It's okay. It's fine.
So do we have a name for this young lady?
Deb.
Deborah.
That's a nice
Not
name.
Deborah.
Okay.
Just Deb.
To
Oh
accept
God,
And,
what is
uh,
this
Here we
shit?
go.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
What is
Life
call from
advice,
prison?
no
Here
doubt.
we go.
Hey, Steve from accounting, do you think you'll bring her on the show at any point? I'd like to see what she looks like. I think that's fine.
I think that's a great concept. Thank you so much, Steve. What's
I
your
love
thoughts?
that motherfucker.
Thanks, bye. What's your thoughts? Would you bring Deb on?
I'd bring her on if I was out with her and stuff. I guess see that's the thing. I might have to go out one night when I'm supposed to be on here. Like I don't know if you guys could handle that, but the key part to that is I wouldn't be. I would live stream. I would live stream.
You would like?
I'd just say you'd send me the link. I'd say, hey, do you want to talk to her? Okay, here she is, and then she could say a couple of words to you, and then we could go off and do whatever.
Does she know you're an internet personality? Does she understand that?
I said to her that I said something about how Tuesdays usually don't work for going out on a date or anything because I'm doing a podcast, and I'm on Twitch, and then she's like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I sent her the link, and she's been watching this the whole time.
Oh, so
so
she's watching us live right now, huh?
yeah. So say something
Man.
to her. I don't know.
Deb,
when
what
the
is
hell did
going
we
on,
become
darling?
internet personalities?
Well, that's what I would call it. I mean, what are we?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not.
I mean, no,
we're
he's
not-
right. He is right.
We're internet. We're. I don't know. Brian Alvarez has his Twitch homies. We're just internet personalities. We're just hanging out here on a Tuesday night. Just
She just said I can't chat. Not sure how. She said she's not very tech savvy with this stuff. So I said just sign up for Twitch and then you can chat. And she's like, I don't know how to do it. And I was like, all right, that's fine.
if
Deb?
she can name at least 5 wrestlers, she's good.
She probably could. I don't know. I don't go up to them and say like, hey, I'm a big wrestling fan. Want to talk about wrestling? And then not get
Yeah.
anywhere with a woman because that's
That-
fucking stupid.
That is pretty dumb. That's
Yeah.
You don't start off with that. But my question.
I like
earlier-
Hulk Hogan. Will you sleep with me? No.
Yeah,
Stupid.
that's you're not gonna get any Peter action if you tell somebody.
This is the
Yeah.
modern day version of the whack pack. I want to point that out.
Oh, I have no doubt.
What's the whack pack?
It was Howard Stern's
crew of
group.
Fucking degenerates.
Oh,
you
I
had
thought it was like
high-
a circle jerk type thing or something you're talking about.
You had
Also
High Pitch
acceptable.
Eric. You
Also
had
acceptable.
Beetlejuice. You had Hank the
Crack-
Angry Drunken Dwarf.
Crackhead. There was a crackhead. There was a
Oh, there
crackhead.
was a crackhead. There was
There's
a
a
There was a
crackhead.
crackhead.
Stuttering.
Stuttering John. I know him.
John. Yeah.
Bruce Pritchard
Baba
has a
Booey.
great rant about this, and so does Jim
Baba
Cornette.
Booey,
actually,
Baba
Jim
Booey.
Cornette has a fucking great tangent about these guys. It's fucking awesome.
What's it
No.
called?
The
Whack
Pack.
Pack. It's on Howard.
Yeah, Howard Stern's
Stern
Whack
used
Pack.
to have his show on E. It was Crackhead Bob. Oh my God.
Crackhead Bob.
So fucking hilarious. When you had Beetlejuice and Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf going at each other.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at this clusterfuck.
You have to watch it. High Pitch
One
Eric.
guy retired. They actually had one guy who retired and didn't die or anything of that nature. He was like, I want to be the one dude who can say, fuck this, I retired. And I'm like, okay.
Who
that's
remembers
cool.
Casey, the intern who became a producer? I think he died.
Are you that surprised?
Oh, no, not at all.
Artie Lang was a long-running fucking part of that goddamn show, and the fact that that motherfucker's not dead is mind-boggling. The fact that he didn't Chris Farley himself is fucking impressive to me.
Okay, well, let's carry on. On to the next topic before
He,
something
he,
gets
he
said.
looked like he did Pillsbury flour on his face. I mean, his nose was so distorted. I mean, to say
was
he had a
heroin
deviated
addict and a
septum.
cokehead. He
Yeah,
was a
oh,
heroin
huge,
addict and a
huge.
cokehead.
It's impressive.
Casey went to prison for something, didn't he? I thought he was dead. I literally thought he was dead.
I love that the people in the group chat are like, "Hey, we have opinions on this."
I was going to say, yeah, we know about the Whack Pack as well. Absolutely. We had an angry midget at one point in time that listened
Yeah,
to the
we
show.
did.
Now
Rage
he's
the Lunatic.
gone. So
Rage, what happened to it?
what was his name? Oh
Rage
my
the Lunatic.
Rage the
Rage the
Lunatic. And
Lunatic.
I didn't realize he was a midget or a little person. And then I don't know if I'm blocked now or something. Oh, let me tell you about who I'm blocked by. Listen to this.
boy.
Here's a wrestler I'm blocked by. I'm blocked by Chris Hero. I have no concept of why I'm blocked by Chris Hero.
What?
I don't know
Why are you blocked
follow
by
Chris
Hero?
I have not. Cassius Ono, Chris. I have never interacted with him once.
I've gotten blocked by like 2 people. I think Mauro Ranallo. I got blocked by
Why?
because I said his commentary was overbearing, and he just blocked me out of nowhere. And because he was a little crazy when he would talk like this all the time. It's like, shut the fuck up, So I got annoyed by that. And then
I can see getting blocked. Okay.
yeah, and then the other, I actually got blocked last week by that guy, that podcaster, Solomonster. I got blocked by him because all he does is like do the doom and gloom shit. So I called him out on it, and then I got blocked. So it's like, whatever, that's fine.
Nobody's blocked me yet. Guess I'm not trying hard enough.
You really got to try to get blocked. You really do.
Yeah.
I'll work on that this week.
Yes. Share your block stories with us too. Who did you get blocked by when it comes to wrestling? Was it a realistic thing? Like Cornette blocked me, but I'm totally cool with that. That's actually
You said you talked to him on the phone before. How was he
I knew
blocking
him
you?
when I was in high school. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
We knew each other.
So you turned
through-
into an asshole, and then he blocked you, right? Is that what you're saying?
Who
Yes.
turned into an
Yes.
asshole? He did.
You.
I've never been an asshole. I can't even. I'm
Okay.
not even a direct relation to an asshole.
Uh,
I
All
sit
right.
on the right. I sit on the right hand side. That's all I'm going to tell you. But what I will say is this. Where
did Joey Janela come from, Travis?
Yeah, Travis said
think
Joey
contact.
Janela blocked him. So
Oh,
what did
yeah,
you say to
that's
Joey
right.
Janela?
That's right. I forgot about that.
Janela's a douche.
First of all, hold it real quick. First of all, how does ECW fan remember the phone number?
I think he has it saved.
Does he have it in his phone?
I think so.
What is the phone number, Anton? Give it to us again.
I don't even know what it is.
I want to say it's 937 something or other.
Yeah, hold on. It's saved in my phone.
Okay. I'm going to put it up here because I want Travis Bohab to call in. Seriously, Travis. I want to hear this Joey Janela, how he blocked you.
Which
I have
his
it in
phone-
my
I can just call
contacts.
Travis if you want me to, because he's called the hotline. I have his phone number. I can just call
Call
Travis.
Travis right now. Call him right now.
It's a 937-504-2071 though. That's the
Okay.
pod hotline number. And but Bohab, where's the fuck's Bohab? Call the Canadian. Call the Canadian.
Oh, is he in Canada too?
This call.
Oh, apparently he has to call me. Travis, call the fucking hotline.
Yeah. Travis, call the
Call it.
hotline.
He's in like Edmonton, I think.
I had no idea he was Canadian as well. Very cool. We're
Yep.
big in Canada. We are a
Yeah, he's
big
in Alberta. He's in Alberta.
fucking deal.
He's in Edmonton, Alberta.
I know, we just said that.
Can we
Hocus
go?
pocus, it's time to focus.
Can we... Stop it.
Good to have you
Green zone.
back.
Green zone.
You are
Green zone.
horrible. Do you realize that?
You love me.
Ooh.
You fucking love me.
I do.
Who's
I really do.
horrible?
All of us. Everyone here.
Me especially.
You will
Yeah.
forever be loved.
ECW
Yeah,
fan
whatever.
apparently has it in his contacts.
Why am I not surprised by that? Hold on. I want to go over here really quickly. I can't pull this up here on the screen.
Oh
But-
boy.
Where is this? Oh, okay, here we go. I can tell you the different countries that download us really quickly. Okay, because we use Lisbon.
Portugal.
So United States is big, Canada is big, but you know what? Who's actually really, really big? The United Kingdom. All of our friends in the
yeah.
United Kingdom. A shit ton of download. You have access to this, Liam.
I don't.
I thought you did. Australia is a big one.
Really?
Fucking Taipei.
the fuck?
Okay.
Taipei
I-
Deathmatch. There you go.
I was about
Do
to say
they
maybe.
Do they speak English in Taipei?
Probably
I
not.
legit don't know.
I think
honestly
they.
don't know.
I think they speak pay. India has 291, so we're really big there. And there's a lot of them. Poland listens to us. Finland listens to us. I mean, so we got a lot. We got a lot of people who listen to us. So if you're listening to us, definitely hit us up and let us know that you're listening to us. Mexico listens to us.
Listen to us gringos. Can you believe that?
When they're
Crazy.
not busy trying to get in here. They're listening to us on the airwaves.
We're getting canceled. We're getting fucking canceled.
All I'm
dude.
saying, hey man, hey,
Calm down there, Trump.
We are getting canceled.
have you seen? Have any of you guys been to Texas? But honestly,
No.
I've been
No.
to Texas. Love the state of Texas.
Uh-oh.
I support all the people, the security who work there. Don't like the fact that people are trying to
You're
act
on
like
the air, sir.
fool.
Oh,
I thought you called the hotline. You apparently just called me.
yeah, I missed the hotline
Yeah,
number.
I forget you actually have my phone number.
Hi, Travis.
on. Tell him he's on the air. He's live with us.
Yeah, but yeah, you were on the air. We want to hear your Joey Janela story. How the fuck did you get blocked by Joey Janela?
Well, apparently he's kind of a weak-skinned. I think he blocks a lot of people, or he was at that point. But I don't think I actually tweeted at him directly. I'm pretty sure all I did was tweet something that had jelly Nutella in it, which leads me to believe he was searching the term jelly Nutella on Twitter and blocking people for tweeting that. So,
That's
Joey
hilarious.
for you.
That's fucking hilarious. If we're being honest.
That's pretty weak.
Wow.
Yeah, he's something else, isn't he?
Yeah, Butt said that's pretty weak. So, like, I think you
Those are
have
the
an entire panel agreement of that's bullshit.
Jelly Nutella. That is fantastic. I'm not blocked by him, but I'm going to use that now.
That's what
Alright,
I'm
thanks,
about to get myself
Thank you,
blocked
sir.
right now.
All right, guys, listen up.
Butt is like, I'm getting blocked.
All the front row material listeners, let's do this. Let's all see who can get blocked by Jelly Nutella. And let's just keep
And Kenny
doing it.
Omega. Attention, Harpo finger fuck. Here's why I don't like you.
Harpo finger.
Oh, finger
You-
fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah.
yeah, and then he's got Twinkle, what is it?
Twinkle Toes
Finger-
McFinger Bang.
I
Yeah.
was gonna
Twinkle
say
Toes
McFinger
McFinger Bang, yeah. He's a Canadian. You shouldn't talk about him like that.
He
I don't
doesn't-
give a fuck. He's from Winnipeg. You know what
Yeah,
they say about
he
Winnipeg?
I have no
You
idea.
know what they say about Winnipeg?
What do they say
You
about
go
Winnipeg?
there, they'll stab you. That's what.
No, they say Winnipeg, lose a peg.
Is
You'll
it
be
that
sad.
violent? Is it like going
Yeah,
to-
it's supposed to be.
It's like the homicide capital of Canada.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that comparable to going to Compton?
It's like going to Detroit.
Yeah, kind of Detroit.
I am
Yeah.
Dwayne 514. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the stream tonight. Twinkle Toes McFinger Bang. Oh my God, you're terrible. Is anybody blocked by Kenny yet? Are you blocked, Liam?
I'm not yet, I don't think.
Would
We
you?
can make this happen.
I'm just saying, let's do this for next week. I want everyone who can listen to this, who's listening live, or if you listen to this on the replay, which comes out Friday. See if you can get blocked by a wrestler. I mean, don't say anything like horrible, but just do a parody of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
See
I'm good.
if you can get blocked.
I don't try to go out of my way to like piss people off.
Oh,
I
hello
just,
from
like-
the Philippines. I am Dwayne 514, the Philippines. This is great.
Oh, Dwayne, Poggy Mo. Hmm?
That sounds
He was here
dirty.
before.
I have no
He's been here
idea.
before.
I know,
No, he's
but
been here before.
he has been in here before, but I don't know. If
I just
Poggy
spoke
Poggy-
Filipino to him, that's all.
What did you say? What did you say? Poggy
Yeah,
Poggy
what'd you
more?
say?
Poggy Mo.
Yeah, I don't have a clue what that means.
Good.
By the way, Dwayne, hopefully you're enjoying the show and you're having a good day in the Philippines. What
Shout
is
out
the
to
time
Manila.
frame? Shout out to who?
Manila?
Manila.
It's the capital of the Philippines.
I have no idea.
It's a
I know,
city.
you don't know the Great Lakes either, so
Yeah, it's
there
like
you
the
go.
Great Lakes.
You know
yeah.
what? You can officially eat my ass.
How
I
many?
missed
I'd
one.
no,
fucking,
thank
I
you.
missed one fucking
I'm
lake.
done.
and
Whatever
all
you
of
do
a
in the
sudden,
bedroom's
I
up
am
to
the
you.
most
That's
inept son of a bitch in the world. One.
I don't
How
want to
many
eat your ass. I don't think
provinces
anybody would eat your ass, to be
produce-
honest with you, but
Hey,
that's-
that's fine.
you know.
You need
Yeah,
a shovel.
it is fine.
There's plenty for you to have. Just grab a spoon.
I
Um,
don't want to. I don't think you're understanding. I don't want to eat your ass.
Let's talk.
Really?
Let's talk. Okay, hold
Are
on.
we
This is
not
moving
wrapping
too
up
fast.
at some point? Is this?
Yeah, we are. Debbie
like-
Diablo. Is it
No.
Diablo?
Debbie.
Debbie.
There's Liam's friend.
It's
Yo.
Liam's friend.
Yeah,
Hey
it's
guys,
Liam's
good show.
there?
Nice. You know what we should do? I should do my best Chuck Woolery. Hey Debbie, if you'd like to come on the show, we don't mind providing you with a gift card to a restaurant. Tell us how the date went, and if it went well, and you want to go on a second date, we'd be more than.
And we'll be back in 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Yeah.
2 minutes and 2 seconds.
That's
All
right.
right. I will wrap it up at this point. I will wrap it up like a one night
Okay.
stand. For the butt, for Liam Savage, for the returning Anton Heidnik.
Nope.
We are glad you are back, my friend. It's good to have the triple threat around me. Wrap it up so I can get Liam's
Get
attention.
Liam's attention.
Whoa.
Hello.
Hey now.
I told you I
All
wasn't
right.
lying.
For Anton, like I said, the Bud and Liam, myself, Mike Freeland, for the Ritster, who is not obviously joining us this week. Our thoughts are with you. We hope you feel better. Hope life is okay. And for everyone else, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I'm going to be getting caught up in a major snowstorm here in Cincinnati, literally in like 24 hours. So
Nice.
I'm a little nervous because we are not really equipped to handle major stuff. So we're supposed to get an inch of ice and 6 inches of snow, and it's supposed to be very cold. So we'll see what happens.
Still more than your penis size. That's pretty good.
God damn it, Liam.
I had to. I had to. I'm sorry.
See you next
Hate me
week.
all you want.
My penis size, you're terrible.
Yeah.
Bye.
God.